Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard this very turbulent ship at the moment, getting ready to go off. We are here with Chapter 13, Divine Providence. And this is going to be the season finale for us. I generally do between 12 and 14. I usually gauge when a good finale will be, just in general. That's how I do things. And I think this is going to be quite the finale. And so it is called Divine Providence. We are playing 7C Second Edition by Chaosium. We're not affiliated with the company. We just really, really like the game. And so I am Danny, and I am the storyteller, game master, dungeon master, whichever title you happen to like. I run this game, but I do not control it, as should be obvious after 12 episodes. And I would like to introduce you to the players. Ella, why don't you go first?
Hello, I'm Alla, and I am playing Ninette Primevère of Montaigne, who is just a simple businesswoman and noblewoman who's out for blood at this point.
Indeed. John, briefly, I know you're. So.
Hello, everyone. I'm very quiet tonight. I'm Gianni Messina, but I'm John normally here on Rasp with a raspy voice tonight.
We're sneaking around the Primavera estate, so it's appropriate. Rue.
Hi, my name is Rue Thompson, and I play Ace McYanson, the group's sailor, and I guess kind of gunslinger. Just one gun, though. She hasn't thrown it yet.
And Michael.
I'm Michael Tipton, and I play Andreas Carraris, the Sarmatian duelist with a tag along, who is just not sure what's gonna happen, but he's gonna do his best.
All right, cool. So, are there any announcements at the moment?
Yeah, we have tomorrow night. We do have the, I believe, miniseries finale of Emerald City Nights, our Shadowrun 5th Edition actual play, featuring John and several other people from the channel. And then Saturday and Sunday, we are doing a charity marathon. 2 days of streams. I believe we have 6 to 7 games that we are planning on doing to raise money for Carol Darnell and her husband Stephen, I believe is his name. She suffered a stroke back in February. She's a prolific editor in the tabletop RPG space, and we would like to band together and try to bring awareness to their situation right now and their GoFundMe, and hopefully come together as a community and be able to do something there to help them out. So please tune in starting at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday and running until I believe like 9 o'clock in the evening. So some of the games that we're playing are going to be Ninja Crusade 2nd Edition, Dark Heresy. Well, that was a serious Let's Play. I don't think she worked on that one, but maybe. Exalted 3rd Edition. Then we have Part-Time Gods, Fallout, 2D20, Phase Anatomy, and is that it? I feel like I'm missing a game. There's another game in there, but that's 6 of them.
2 o'clock, Dark Heresy.
I got that
6
one.
o'clock,
No, what's
Exalted.
on Sunday? What's in the middle of the day on Sunday?
We're not actually doing one in the middle.
Okay, then never mind. It's only 6 games. I listed them all. It's great. We're all going to be there. Most of us are going to be there. Nobody else from the show is going to be there. Me and John are going to be there. We'll see. So, and then that's kind of it. We don't have any more shows scheduled right now. We should have some mini-series coming in May. So be on the lookout for that, but just stay tuned to all of our social medias. And if you're a part of our Discord community, please, by all means, check us out there. Ask questions if you want to be a part of that charity fundraiser. Just let us know. We still have some seats left, and we would love to have you. So that's all the announcements I have. Take it away, Danny.
Yay! Carol is awesome, so she definitely deserves all the support that we can give. She's great. So let us begin this finale of Book 1 by Leaps and Bounties. We zoom in once again on the bound leather book on the desk with all sorts of items around it, looking much like this is a very well-used space now. We see all sorts of items, a little blood stain over here, a little bit of a bracer over here, a little bit of fabric, a handkerchief over, and all sorts of little items around the book. And the book is, of course, embossed by leaps and bounties, with our sortie deck, our sword, our pistol, and our bridal veil in the corners, also embossed into the letter. The book flips open all the way. We're nearing the end of this particular book, so we have flipped through all of the chapters that have gone before, noting the pictures and the titles, flipping by them, Fame and Fortune, Brother's Keeper, until we finally come to the last chapter, chapter 13, Divine Providence. And there's, of course, an inked picture, and below the inked picture is a quote. It says, "Those who are near the church are often far from the prophet." Montaigne proverb. And the picture is looking around some sort of house building structure. We are looking out onto a driveway with a carriage, very fancy looking carriage, but nondescript. No markings or anything on it, but made of very nice materials. The curtains are nice. Looks very well maintained. And out of that carriage, we see in the black and white painting, stepping out what looks to be a cardinal wearing robes, tall, lanky, wide eyes. I usually have a Nicolas Cage in mind for the particular look for this cardinal. Stepping out of the carriage. And as we zoom in closer on the picture, we see the colors start to bleed in to it. The color starts to come into the dark green. It is nighttime. And we kind of smell the grass and the other scents along the air near the Primevera estate. And the sounds of the night birds and the sounds of people somewhere off in the distance moving around in the evening. It is, of course, in the middle of the week. Later in the week, like a Thursday, so there is no weekend shenanigans going on at this point, but people are still out and about. And we are finding out as we zoom in, we are in Gianni's perspective, as he is the one that has noted this new arrival. All right. And just to be clear, we have Gianni kind of watching the driveway. He's snuck forward to see. We have Nanette behind him a little bit with her new blood dice ready to use.
But Chad asked. Sorry.
They're awesome. And then further behind, kind of waiting, lookout, making sure everything is all good, we have Ace and Andreas slightly behind that near the beginning of the estate. So, all right, Gianni, you see, the cardinal step out.
I'm gonna be very quick. Start getting numbers, figure out how many cards seem to be in attendance as well. Do more seem to arrive with this cardinal.
He does seem to have some on horse behind him. Yes. Some. Let's do then wits and notice. Let's see. You're counting up the guards there.
Yep.
Wits and notice. Just tell me how many raises you get.
Oh, yeah. We're going with 4.
All right. Well done. Okay. So you look around and you see that there are quite a few guards here. From what you can see, you see at least 20 in your view, and you can assume that there are more.
Wonderful. I want to see if I can get any closer and listen in.
Okay, sure. If you can roll finesse and hide to do that. You will need at least 1 to do the action. You will need 2 to go ahead and not get caught by anybody as you're sneaking forward. And you'll need a 3rd to actually overhear anything.
It's too dangerous. I don't get caught. I had 2 raises, so I'll spin it on that. Didn't overhear anything, couldn't get close enough.
Alright. It's a little hot over there. a little risky. Okay. So, what is Gianni gonna do then?
I'm gonna pull back, find, sorry, my brain here. I'm gonna pull back and find Annette and tell her really quick. Looks like we've got company.
That's unfortunate. I'm trying to see if there's a head count of guards, inside or towards the back.
At least 20.
That is a lot. But it's like they made my home into some sort of fortress? Like a base camp of their activities.
It looks like it. I would recommend amending our plans a little bit.
Should we notify your mother? I would hate to put them in danger.
We'll make sure that they know. But let's go ahead and pull back a bit. Go tell our friends.
Agreed.
Okay. It's not too hard to make your way back. And you find Ace and Andreas where you left them, I assume, unless they have gone elsewhere in that time.
I have gone nowhere.
Nope.
Okay. All right, yeah. So you quickly meet up with each other.
So, good news, bad news.
Looks like there's a cardinal here. From the
And-
Inquisition.
And a lot of guards. Like a lot more than expected.
I recommend amending our plans just a slight bit.
What do you have in mind?
Well, inform them that you are at the
Cathedral is planned?
cathedral, and that you have allies who are going to be rendezvousing with us at a boat or someplace else. I don't know a certain name. Yes.
You want me to mention that in the letter?
2 different missives. The one claiming for the reward, saying that you're at this one inn. I'm gonna be using the name of the inn that I did my original fortune telling at when I did my first episode with you, Tylee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I'm not much of a forger. I will write a letter for myself, but maybe one of you should pen the other one.
I can forge. Not a problem.
I have no doubt of that. Let's see what the situation is like at the cathedral
Good
as
idea.
well. There may have more men there, or if we're lucky, they're all here and are willing to come to us.
Did he say that it was a cardinal that got out, or did he just say that the church was here?
Cardinal.
Okay, you could recognize the outfit in the cardinal.
Yes.
They're very distinctive.
I don't
Lots
know.
of-
I don't
lots
go
of
to
red.
church. I don't go to church, so
You see a little tip of a tail sticking out
is there
the back
little
of the
birds?
lips.
They have. That's wonderful.
Yes,
Lots
yes.
of-
Part of becoming a cardinal, you get a vestigial tail.
I God. Sounds terrible. So we're writing 2 letters now, and then we're going to go see the church. This plan keeps changing. It's if I wasn't smart, this would be tough to keep up with. The more that it keeps changing.
It's not a significant change. We're just hoping to separate the numbers a little bit.
Okay. Well, that sounds good to me. So do we write here, or are we going on targets?
Let's confirm the numbers at the church first.
Okay.
Yes.
Off we go.
Okay, so you're gonna be.
It's hard to miss. It's in the center of town.
Oh yes, yes, I remember the church. I know where to go to. Yeah.
The very same.
All right. So you start walking down towards where the cathedral is. It's in the evening, getting pretty late, but it's the big city, so you definitely see people around, moving about, going here, there, heading home, heading wherever people go late at night. And let's go ahead and do okay, I guess for the 4 of you, what I want to ask is, how are you moving about? Are you just trying to blend in like we're supposed to be here? Are you trying to keep to the dark, go down alleys and stuff? How are you?
I mean, I will go wherever the rest of them go, but again, Ace has that mindset that nobody knows who she is, so it doesn't fucking matter. If somebody sees her.
We're dressed like common folk right now. We're people out and about. Nothing.
Excuse me.
Well,
Excuse me.
it is how we are dressed. Please do not take it as an insult. It is who would be out and about this time of day.
It's not an insult.
My guess is we're flying casual.
Let's see if that works for us.
All right, so let's do either finesse and hide or wits and hide, whichever is higher for you, everybody. And you'll need at least one to be heading towards the church. You'll need at least one to kind of keep out of the way of anyone who would recognize you. If you
Can I do
see city
perform?
guard or anything like that. If you want to, sure. Why not?
Yes.
You're trying to act a certain way, sure. 3, excellent. 3, 4, awesome.
I rolled 3 10s, y'all. That felt good.
Yeah.
Get it out of the
nice.
way now so I can roll all them ones later. I do have 1 left over if you'd like to buy it.
I am buying that. Anybody else have any left over? No? You have 4? Nice. Alright, so how is Andreas performing? What is he performing?
He is he's kind of walking out in front a little bit, whistling, flying casual, walking very casually, he's got nothing to worry about. I figure add in the whistling because I did use perform. Maybe humming a little Sarmatian tune.
Awesome. So thusly, you make your way to the church. The church, it's really a cathedral. It's huge. It's the largest one in Charus. Nanette's parents had shelled out quite a bit of money to get a hold of this church for her wedding. That, never happened. And so, the church is a huge cathedral in the center of Charus. And it looks, at least from the outside, go ahead and let's see what y'all see. What's a notice? What's a notice? For every raise, I'll tell y'all something about the area. Four, 3.
Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second.
I do have 1 left over in case you wish to buy it.
Okay.
3 with 3 left over.
Ow.
Sweet.
10, 10, 7, 3, and then a 7, a 1, and a 1.
That's just
Yeah,
cruel.
actually,
5 with none left over.
yeah, I'm gonna buy them. I want them. Okay.
I don't know
All
if
right.
we need this. It's fine.
All right, cool. All right. So 3, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So let's start with Ace. So the first thing you notice, Ace, is that there don't seem to be guards or anyone around the church specifically. It looks pretty closed up to you. The second thing you notice is that there are definitely there's a kind of restaurant bar establishment close by where a lot of noise is coming from. The third thing you notice is that there are people in the alleyways doing who knows what. It's a city, but you do notice some people in alleyways. Fourth thing you notice is that not only does the church look like it hasn't, like it doesn't have anybody around it, it looks like it's been closed up a little bit. It has that air of, at least not having been used recently. You notice there's some stuff to the side that hasn't been brought in yet, that sort of thing, hasn't been brought into the church. And the fifth thing you notice that may or may not be helpful is it is a very large moon. It's very light here. So you do have a lot of moonlight to work with. And so anybody who had those since Ace did the fifth, any of you can notice those things as well. So I kind of am going with who had the most raises and give you that many pieces of information.
Eyes are my one good trait. My eyeballs.
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
I'm not. I'm really tall.
I'm short.
I'm average.
So yeah, there you go.
Sorry, guys.
Seems
right,
like it might be tricky to get in.
What do you mean?
I doubt it will be. I was gonna say, we have a Gianni.
I'm just saying he can get in just about anywhere, but if all of us need to get in.
It's just, it feels very strange to see it so unattended.
It's probably a trap, let's be honest. But
Oh, it's almost certainly a trap.
It's definitely a trap, but they
wait here.
Yeah, I was going to say, they probably just assume that you're going to come home and not to the church. That would be where I would assume Thomas would be taking you should he have brought you here. And if they think that you can walk, where you would have probably gone. They don't know, right, that you can't?
I can't.
Well, I know that you can't, but do they know that?
I'm not a Porte mage, and it's not on any records.
I'm sure the church has plenty of things that aren't on any records, so they probably don't trust a whole lot of that. What are you going to do, Gianni? Are you going to climb up the church steeple?
No, I was just gonna walk up.
As though you're a petitioner or something like that?
Yes. A quick little prayer for the evening.
What about the back door you used last time to acquire the item?
I went into the front door then too.
Oh, well. Please continue then.
All right. Johnny's heading towards
diving in.
Yeah, I'm just
going
running.
towards.
I actually toss off my coat, toss off my hat, start running towards the door like I'm a late night looking for a late night. Can't remember what it's called, but this short blessing that priest will do. So yeah.
Okay.
Just acting
running
like,
up to the door.
Yeah, just running up to it. check the door.
Okay. Yeah, the door's locked.
Really?
Believe it or
What kind
not.
of church? What kind of church doesn't allow people to pray? I thought this was a Vatican church.
I look around. Does anybody seem to pay any attention to me?
Not really.
I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna use a hero point that Revna gave me. And I'm gonna use got it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So, are you trying to pawn this off as anything? Like if anybody happens to look in your direction or anything like that, or you just straight up don't care?
I was gonna hide and then use my special ability. Got it to immediately
Unlock the door.
Go in.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm assuming it's just like, oh hey, you're going in to pray, and oh, it's open
It's
for
open,
you. How
yeah.
convenient.
He just makes it. Yeah, he makes it look so easy and fast that he walks in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you pop it open, and the big door to the church opens.
I'm looking around inside.
Doesn't seem to be anybody here. Seems very quiet, abandoned.
Hello, Padre.
Their voice echoes. Hello, Padre.
Excellent. I lean back out the door and motion everybody.
Okay. Yeah, y'all see Gianni motioning to you.
I mean, are we going in there right now?
Well, we need time to set up. If they're gonna lay some traps, why not us?
Well, okay, all right. I thought. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'll follow.
Okay.
Doesn't
Are you
seem
all
like a
going
good
into the
idea.
church?
I guess so.
Okay.
I am
Yeah, you
very, very paranoid, and I am looking around a lot.
Okay.
A lot. I do not trust going into this church right now.
I mean, we can give it a clean sweep once we get inside. It doesn't seem like anybody's really paying attention to us at the moment, so...
My fear is that once we give it a clean sweep on the inside, we're not going to be able to get out. In case it's not a clean sweep. But no, I'm going, let's go.
But we'll find... These places have exits. We will find one.
Okay. Whatever you say. I'm here with you.
All right. So you're now in the large vestibule of the church. It's well appointed, nice carpet. The cathedral. You see the doors in front of you that lead to the actual cathedral practice area, made of wood, all sorts of carvings in it, and everything like that. You got carpet on the floor. You got some benches for people to rest on. Covered in blue velvet. Extremely nice at the vestibule with, art and things like that of different scenes of the prophet doing various things. And then down either side, you can see that it goes kind of around in a hallway on either side. And Nanette, when you were in here before, you went over to the left where there's some rooms along that hallway, which is where you were like changing and stuff like that. And Gianni, when you were here, you had gone over to the right and seen where the bishop's office was down there.
All right. I'm going to do a full sweep. Check the bishop's office. Check everything. Make sure that
Yes.
nobody else is truly here.
Yeah, I agree. We should definitely do that. I do have warfare. I would like to use that to plan some tactics once we have an idea of where we have exits, quick escape routes, and probably good places to ambush people from.
does this church have one of those handy-dandy fire escape maps that they have to put in all the churches nowadays? It tells us, like, you are here, your fastest exit is here, the latrines are here, and the fire extinguisher, it be right here. That'd be handy.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not.
Fucking fools. We're all gonna die.
Does the church have like that normal standard, like in between each of the stained glass windows and that kind of stuff? There's like a candelabra.
Yeah. If you go into the cathedral area, which I assume what Andreas is going to do, you'll have to like push open the doors to get to the cathedral area. Cathedral is super high. Like, it's huge. It's a cathedral. And they have these gorgeous stained glass windows along the side depicting various scenes, beautiful colors, and the roof has beams going back and forth along the side and along the top of it to kind of give it some structure and hold like the lighting implements and things like that to light up the portion of the church. You can see balconies, and of course out in the hallway, if you go around the corner, as y'all are searching around, there are stairs that go up into the balcony areas as well. So there is kind of a balcony that kind of looks down onto the cathedral, and the back is of course where the altar is and all of that sort of thing. Gianni, you find most of the rooms are locked, and anyone who kind of goes around opening doors, most of the rooms are locked. So you can kind of try to take the time to pick them all or not, or however you want to do.
I always pick one.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
theft and finesse.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. So, one to actually do it, two to actually open it up, because you have time, so.
2, 3, 4. None left over. 4.
4. Excellent. Yeah, so it's not that hard. Are you just doing one of them and just picking a random one? Or?
Someone near the front. I have suspicions. One that I would think would be large. And when I do it, I'm going to activate the site.
Okay. Alright.
For curses and traps.
Yeah, okay. So you're just opening one of the doors, or the doors to the bishop's office, or?
Let's go bishop's office.
Okay. Alright, and as far as fate lines and things, you see, of course, the ones from you going on various ways, the ones that connect you to the others, and of course the ones that connect you to, your mom and various areas around you. Any others you see, you can kind of determine that they're either from your companions, or they're very faint fate lines between like items, but they're kind of faint, like they're not really strong connections, if there are any. In the bishop's office, it looks like quite a few valuable things have been taken or removed. It's very sparse at this point. It does have papers and everything, but the things you saw in here before are mostly gone. On the desk are a bunch of papers, and one of them describes, it's from the bishop, and it's describing how they're going to be shuttering the church for a while until the property is returned to them, until the property that they're missing is returned to them. Which, you haven't really heard of anybody doing like that before, so it kind of seems a little, what's that about? But yeah, it's kind of a letter to the other churches, various ones in other countries and stuff, letting them know that this is what's happening. That they're going to be closing the church until further notice, until the property is returned.
All right. I'll bring the letter out to everybody.
Okay, so let's see what everybody else is looking at. Well, Gianni went to the bishop's thing. Andreas, where you're out in the cathedral, where are you going to look out there?
Andreas is kind of looking through the different items. He's kind of he's trying to locate the a flint and steel to light a taper or something like that. Something he could use to light up all the candles. Not that he's doing it right now, but that's what he's trying to locate.
Yeah, it's pretty easy enough in the back where the altar boys would be sitting or something like that. There's a little box that you find next to the chairs that has the supplies that the altar boys would use, to light the candles and hold stuff and extra gown if they just some stuff that they had there if needed. So yeah, you find a way to light the candles for sure.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll he'll just pick up the box that the box that has the flint and steel and little whatever it is in it, and kind of just carry it with him as he as he's walking around, and he looks over and says, he looks over to his Davis, and he'll go, "How do you feel about credit?"
Credit?
Have you ever had an entire Vanicine chapel lit in your name?
No. That would be quite
It would, wouldn't it? Just because the door's locked.
Just because the door's locked, you were saying?
Just because the door's locked doesn't mean this isn't still a Vanicine church.
True. And what would you be requiring for such a...
I'm not sure. That's why I asked how you feel about credit.
tribute? Well, if you want to do it now, we shall see.
It'll be a minute, but before this night is done, this candle will be lit. This room will be lit in your name.
And he smiles, looks around. Okay. So what's Ace doing? Andreas has gone to the cathedral to check it out, and Gianni went off to the right.
She's not doing none of that. No, she's probably looking out the front. If there's a side light on the main doors or something, she's gonna keep an eye out there for anybody that might come in.
Okay. Yeah, you see people walking by. Seems pretty normal out there. Seems pretty nothing untoward so far. Cool. And what is Nanette doing?
Nanette's going to take a look at the other wing that she's more familiar with. Feels like a lifetime ago that she was here, for entirely different reasons.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it's been a lifetime ago. She's an entirely different person now. And, yeah, she's gonna see if any of those doors are open. Mostly just to, scope out viable exits, because that's gonna be important when they surround us. And to find a mirror, because that might be important too.
Okay. It's not hard to find a mirror in the hallway. There are a couple mirrors in the hallway. The doors are locked. But you and Gianni would have noticed this as well walking down the other hallway, is there are 2 exits on either side. There's rooms and then a little hall leading to a door outside, and then another, more hallway and stuff. So you do find an exit that way, and there's one on the other side too that Gianni would have seen.
Yeah, if I were them, I would secure those exits for our to keep us from getting away. So we just need to make sure that we have control of at least one of them at some point. Is there
Well,
are any of the mirrors portable?
They're bigger, so no, they're kind of big hallway hanging mirrors.
Well, I'll just wave, or Nita waves to her reflection, and well, guess we're in this.
Your reflection just sort of stares back at you while you're waving.
Yeah, it's not our finest idea, but don't have any others. Don't judge me now.
If you continue walking around, you come out to the back, and you're kind of like around the chapel now, around the back of where the cathedral is. So this is kind of where the priest and the bishop and all of that, would come back here before service. And there is an exit back here, and there's a door that you suspect goes in the basement as well. Back here.
Is the basement door locked?
Yes.
She's gonna go find Gianni and see if we can unlock it, because I think I'm worried about what we'll find in the basement, but she needs to see it anyway.
Yeah, so Gianni makes his way with his finding everybody, and Andreas walks out of the chapel, having kind of checked that out, and finds, so everybody kind of converges back where Ace is, waiting and keeping a lookout.
But there is a basement, and
Just like the other one.
Yeah, and
there might be a way out in the basement that likely they know about, and we want to make sure that we have covered, or a way in. I don't want to be surprised.
yeah, okay.
We have other doors here, 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 and she like draws a little quick diagram of what she knows.
All right, yeah. Let's go into the basement. I follow you.
We don't have a lot of time left.
Wherever you go, let's go. Yeah, I know we don't. That's why I thought we had letters to send.
Should we go ahead and send them now?
No, we gotta set up.
Oh, god damn it, Gianni. All right.
Well, if you want
Let's go look at the basement. Let's go look at the basement. We don't have time. I can't hear what you're saying.
Basement it is.
I'm just going to take out an aerial because I can't hear.
And if John is very quiet, we can probably turn him up, friends. Just let us know.
Yeah, if he gets too quiet for y'all. I just can't hear him because he's not coming through my earpiece.
So you're gonna head to the back. Is everybody going, or is somebody gonna stay a lookout still, or do something else?
If they're going into the creepy-ass basement, I'm not gonna stay here and let them go by themselves.
Okay.
2 of them can't fight. Well, that's not true. I don't mean it that way, but 2 of you are not armed.
Andres.
Yes.
You, I drop all my rope that I brought. Can you take the rope, loop it up over the, cathedral bell? Just a loop. I'll take care of the rest of it when I get back up here.
You want me to climb up to the top of the cathedral bell and tie a rope?
I'll take care of it when I get back. Don't worry about it. And I'll go make the basement lock.
I mean, you
Okay.
have to do one thing, Andreas. You could have climbed up there. It's been all right.
I just need to know exactly what he wanted me to do. That's all.
Climb up there.
And loop the
Loop the
rope.
rope over both ends at the bottom.
Oh, I understand. And Andreas will take the rope and start walking.
All right. So Andreas is gonna go up to the bell tower. Okay. And the 3 of you are heading towards the basement. All right. So yeah. Okay. So you're gonna pick this lock, Gianni.
Yes.
All right. So yeah. Wits and theft. Just tell me how many you got. You only really need probably 2. 4. Okay, plenty. Alright. Yeah, pop it off. Easy as pie. And you open it, and there is definitely some stone stairs down, heading into the dark of the basement.
Are there any lanterns or torches or something up here before?
Candles.
Okay.
Yeah, there's candles around.
I'm gonna grab some candles, and hopefully they have those little cupcake things around them so the wax doesn't burn me.
Hey, what order are we going in down here?
I can go first.
Johnny. Nanette's gonna go first. And then who's gonna bring up the rear? Gianni or Ace?
I'll be in the middle holding the light.
Okay. Alright. So you head down to the basement. And it's musty down here, you know. And the light, what it touches is you start to see, you know, you go down maybe 10, 15 steps, not that many. And they kind of curve around, and when you get to the bottom of the basement, you can kind of see on the edges of the light various, like, looks like an old confessional booth, perhaps over here. Some fabrics over here that look like they might have been, like, curtains. There's all sorts of detritus down here that the church might have, old candelabras, that sort of thing.
Things we can use to make Home Alone style traps.
How much time do we have?
Well, they gotta get here too, so let's.
Enough for a montage.
Yeah.
They have to know that we're here in the first place.
Yeah, you all haven't sent your letters yet, so they have no invitation. But you have about, I'd say, like 4 hours, somewhere in there, until the deadline.
I don't like the term deadline.
Someone's gonna be deadline.
Yeah, so you're gonna look around the basement. Go ahead and do wits and notice. Let's see what you notice down here.
Is this a new scene? No, this is still the same scene as before, right? So I don't get my...
Well, you're down in the basement now, so it's kind of a new scene. So I'll say
Sweet. I'm gonna
you
take
get
it.
it back. Yeah.
With none left over.
Sorry, just a second. Alright. 6 with 2 left over.
Whew.
I'm really good at noticing, guys, and I remembered my
Wow.
15s count as 2. Actually, you know what? I get to...
Okay.
No, that didn't matter. There.
All right,
6.
cool. All right. So, yeah, this is a fairly decent-sized basement. You notice that even with the light, you can tell that it's pretty substantial. You notice that it's not very organized down here. No one's really been down here. But the third thing you notice is there is sort of like pathways wandering around, you know, amongst the things that look like, to you, Ace, that look like, you know, people have been down here not too long ago. It seems less dusty than the other places. And the fourth thing you notice is that way in the back of the basement, you know, as y'all are wandering around together, is that section of the wall looks out of place, slightly different. And then after you notice that, the fifth thing that I'll give you is that you can see there's some kind of supposed to be door here that you can't quite, that is hidden or something in this area. You can kind of tell by the way the rocks are not as dirty in a certain place as the others. Looks like it's been moved.
And was that all 6 things?
That would be the most you could learn. So yeah,
Okay.
so that would be
Okay.
that's 5, but that's like the most that you could learn down here.
Well,
so.
I'm awesome, so I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that I saw everything that I
It's true.
could. So, do I
Yeah.
get the impression that the wall that seems out of place? Do I think that is a false wall, or do I just think that it's a newer wall?
False wall.
False wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like
And
there's something back there.
Okay, I'm gonna go feel it up.
Wait.
You know.
Before you do that.
Oh, sorry. So,
No.
this looks like a false wall.
Yeah, take some dust and blow it. If they've been touching anything, it should, the finger oils should remain there, and it will stand out. I read that in a book once.
Okay, I do what she says. I find a particularly dusty thing, and I blow dust around it. Probably like a stack of old hymn books or something.
Yeah.
Just blow the dust right off the top.
Between that and looking at the difference in the rocks, you can definitely see that there's a place on the right of where it would be that looks like it's manipulated quite a bit.
Now, do I believe that this is the door that I also noticed that there should be a door, or do I think there's another door somewhere?
No, I mean, it looks like a fake. This looks like this place that you're standing in right now.
Sure.
It looks like a false wall, but is kind of intended to be a door as well,
Okay.
like an access to somewhere.
So once we do the Hardy Boy trick, I would like to find. I'd like to see if I can't figure out how to open it, perhaps with Gianni's help. Whether it pushes, pulls, or if we need to be looking for some kind of a trigger malfunction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are you both gonna take a look at it?
Yeah.
Carefully, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna be doing finesse for sure. I'll say for Gianni that's gonna be finesse and theft because, trying to figure out secret, like what they don't want you to see. And for Ace, I would say that would probably be either notice to see how it works or athletics, dexterous fingers to be able to feel how it works. Whichever's higher for Ace.
I think I'm gonna go with notice with my. I'm gonna go with my 4 and 4 here.
Okay.
Ace is finesse, and she gets that extra. What is that? Why are you laughing?
The very inquisitive person, VIP.
Oh, nice.
So horrible. It's so bad.
So horrible.
Well done, Squatch. Well done. Okay, this again. It's a lot of dice. Just bar with me. But yeah, go ahead, Gianni.
Well, how many did you get? 3? Okay.
Hit 3.
Sorry. And I get to reroll 1. Doesn't matter. I have 2 left over. 2, 4, 6 again.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, very easily you both figure it out real quick on how to push the rock so that it comes apart and the wall door that looks like a wall begins to open.
Sure.
With quite a noise, and it is dark in there for sure.
Like you said, quite a noise.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, I mean, because it's kind of scraping a little bit along the.
Wonderful.
Along the
wonderful.
floor.
Well, if someone was in there, they certainly know we're here now. It's all right.
Yeah, and all you can see is darkness in there at the moment, and we will come back to y'all to go to Andreas. And you're going up. You find the way up to the bell, and get yourself a lovely view of Charus. I mean, up there on that tower, beautiful, absolutely beautiful up here in the bell tower. But it doesn't take you very.
Yeah, he'll loop the rope through the bell's ring. Actually, no, he'll loop it through the metal part that it's hanging from, not the bell itself, and then just kind of sit there and look out over Charus and see if anybody's paying any attention whatsoever to the to the church at all.
I mean, all you see is people like glance at it and maybe like point and say something and then move on. Like that's kind of all you see in terms of the church, you know. Just like a gesture, talking, and then like moving on, or they kind of look over at it and then move on. But no one seems to try to come up to the doors or anything like that. But are you gonna do anything else while you're up there, or go to a different place in the church?
No, I think he'll just head back down. There's nothing really else for him to do right now. Actually, does this church have any kind of when he's up there, does he see any building that looks like it might have been? What are the buildings that look like they're attached to the church? That's what I should ask.
Behind the church.
Yes.
There's a couple buildings behind the church, like in the churchyard and back of the cathedral. There's some buildings over there, a couple.
Do any of them what kind of buildings do they look like? Do they look like a shed for like what are we looking at?
One looks like a shed, and the other looks like some sort of residence.
Directory.
Is there anything going on in that residence?
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay, no lights, no smoke.
Looks dark.
Okay. And he'll wander back down the stairs.
Okay. Meanwhile, okay, room is dark. I assume, how are you gonna handle going into the room?
Yeah, I'll take a candle in.
Okay.
Any foul smells? Some of us might not be able to notice, but some of us definitely would.
Yeah. Yeah, as you kind of, put the light in there, and, like, the smell of, like, dirt and, like, the kind of metallic smell of blood and stuff reach your nose.
Just smell that. It's awful. Okay. I'll go first. I'll go first this time. And cover your noses. It doesn't smell great down here.
Yeah, going in.
That smells terrible. I don't.
My apologies.
Yeah, you step in and
No, I mean not unless you want to be here.
If you need anything to set up, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
Go
going back to set up.
Go.
When you're done
trap
here,
something.
jam that door.
Jam it? Like jam it open?
No, closed. Unless you think
Oh,
they
not
can't
this
come that
door.
way. I think they could come to us from here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any way out of here.
Oh,
Scream if you need me.
thanks, Johnny.
Okay. So Gianni's gonna be like, I need to go do stuff, and Ace is heading into the room. It is empty, pretty much. You just see stone floor, some straw, stone walls, but the stone walls have manacles and things on it that have obviously been used, they're covered in old blood. You find a wooden chair that also looks like it's been coated in blood in the corner. But other than that, there's not really anything in here.
Okay, I would like to inspect the manacles and the chair. You say old blood, but am I seeing any blood that's fresher than old? Like maybe within, I don't know, the last, like,
24 hours?
day? Yeah, 24 hours or so.
There's definitely layers of story here. Old stained blood, old on the way up to fairly recent looking.
Like, is there some that's still damp?
Well, not at this point. It's been long enough, but relatively new looking, you can tell. You've seen enough blood and wounds, I'm sure.
I don't think we need to be in here. I don't think there's a way out. I think we should just step out. Step out.
Yes, give me a moment. I needed to see
Okay.
this.
I'll give you a moment, but I won't leave. I'll stay by the door.
Nina just touches the blood and feels real guilty. Real effing guilty.
You know, it's not your fault, you know. It really isn't. It's nobody's fault except theirs.
Yes, let's tell ourselves that. But I needed to see this, so I could.
I understand.
He suffered a lot, and I will not rest until they suffer the same.
Aye.
Okay. So on your way out, I'm gonna give you your last notice thing, which is that there is a like a bulkhead kind of thing, you know, like an old medieval,
Like a big
you know,
door?
with
With like a crank?
yeah, like a, you know, so that they can come down.
Oh, like a
and there's
hatch.
short-
Oh.
Yeah, like a hatch to bring down supplies and stuff to the basement.
In this
so there's
room.
that. Yeah, in the basement, not in the
but
room,
not,
but in the
not in the
basement.
torture room. Okay.
No, in the basement itself.
Makes sense.
was like-
Storage
like,
delivery.
They just drop bodies down there. They're like, just land in the chair, kid. You know.
Oh,
It's sorry. Straight
No,
from the
out in
box office.
the basement, yeah. So basically, from what you all have seen, you have about 5 entrances, if you don't count like going out a window or jumping out the bell tower or something like that. But basically, you have one in front, one in back, 2 on the side, and then the hatch in the basement. So far. But then, of course, there's obviously, you know, windows or making your own exit or jumping out the clock tower or
And
whatever.
just to double check, does the basement door open in or out?
Out.
Like out to the stairwell?
To the church.
So the door from the basement, you mean?
Yeah,
to
the
go
one that
into
we
one-
took in. Because
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of
oh.
ways to barricade it, basically.
Oh, it opens in. It opens into the staircase to the basement.
Okay. So we could barricade that if we needed to. Does the bulkhead hatch, the supply cargo whatever hatch, is it easily openable? Is it easy manipulatable?
It seems to be. It's a pretty simple bulkhead. You know, it just kind of pushes out. You can push the doors out, or if you were outside, you can pull it up to access it, and it's locked,
Okay.
but you can open it from the inside.
Okay.
Well, if it's locked from the inside, that might be good. I'm assuming with like a padlock on the inside, not just
Yeah.
Okay.
wouldn't put other things past them, but let's just barricade the basement door just to be safe. And then we can... Or are you thinking something else?
No. Yeah, let's do that. I just didn't know if we needed to go ahead and unlock this door in case we needed to flee through this door. But that's fine. Whatever we need to do. I'm not the tactician here. You are. You tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. No, I'm not being. I'm not being sassy.
No. I agree with you. It would be a good place to flee from, but it's also an obvious location that they would have people watch. Like they would have someone watching.
I'm worried that they're going to have people watching a lot of places. Well, whatever.
Hopefully they think I am alone and they will not attempt too much.
What about that? Where do you want us to be?
Well, I think you might be best in up on the balconies where you can get a clean shot.
Well,
if you need it.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I'd be. Yeah, but where are you going to have the others?
Wherever they feel that they would.
Comfortable.
Yes. I think Gianni would be best up out of the way. He's very good at swinging down on things too. So honestly, that's.
He is quite the swinger. I have to admit, it's.
And we can hide Andreas somewhere nearby in an alcove or something, and.
Yeah, he's. I know he says he's average, but he is kind of short. We could just tuck him in somewhere.
Everyone is short compared to you.
Sorry, that's rude.
We're talking while we're barricading again.
Yeah, we're working.
Okay.
Working.
All right. So you're gonna work to barricade the door. Gianni, what are you doing when she left the basement?
She's got a nail on the stairs and some tar.
Okay.
He's got a fire starter on a doorknob.
Big cathedral, big chandeliers.
Yes.
So, in a day when there was no electricity, they had to winch them down to light the candles and then pull them back up. Mm-hmm. So every chain is going to have a rope tied off on it so that when we kick off the hold for the chandelier, it'll yank whoever holds onto the rope up. I'm basically going full out on this. Ropes for chandeliers, everything. Oh yeah, ropes everywhere.
You're in the cathedral, right? So you're in the cathedral, right? Correct, Gianni?
Yes.
When Andreas comes down from the bell tower, he goes, "We're a little underarmed." Well, Ace is. I might be able to get her a brace of pistols real quick. The dueling guild here keeps braces of pistols for official duels, and I have access to them.
In less than 30.
I know where it is because I've been there, and I know where this is. If I move quickly, can I make that?
You're heading from the church to where?
The dueling guild, because I know where that is. The duelists guild.
Yeah, it's not far from the center, but it is in the middle of the night.
I mean, if you mention this to Ace, she'd probably assure you that she's okay with just the one.
Okay.
There's no need to be running off alone for that. And if nothing else, I above the table I do have improvised weaponry that I can use with skill. So
yeah. Yeah, it's a fair distance. I don't know if I can make it.
Ace would
it was a thought I had.
You go for that.
Alright. The barrel of wine broken open on a doorway where it'll be to slip people coming in. Mm-hmm. And the barrel of gunpowder near the front door. And then, Andreas, I need your help moving a desk up.
Hey,
desk?
Andreas will.
Or is there something up there heavy enough to pull a man up?
Christ Almighty.
I
don't know any of this is happening. I'm hammering in something.
You guys are barricading down there.
I mean, not that I know of. By the way,
Well, I mean,
there's
Well, then let's just tie up a few.
there's a shed and another building out back.
Let's just tie up a pew. I have an idea.
Okay.
We'll tie up a pew on one end of the rope and wedge it all the way up the bell tower.
Danny, is this in the classic, I want to say Gothic cross layout of the churches of like the Notre Dame and that kind of stuff?
Right.
Layout?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, well, y'all are doing that. And Nanette and Ace finished barricading. Where are you going to do once you finish barricading the basement?
I think let's check on Gianni and Andreas, and I think it might be time to send the letters. And I should be the one
Okay.
to send them.
Do wits and notice, both of you. Four.
4 with 1 left over.
Okay. You both see a huge puddle of like wine and beer like on the floor as you're walking towards the cathedral.
Carefully step around it.
What the fuck is this?
Believe it is a waste of bad wine.
Oh, well, as long as it's bad. Not like you would know anyway. Right, I'm sorry.
And then
Sorry, it's a
you
bad
two
day.
would
It's a lot.
and then
I'm
you
breaking
two
the
would
tension.
see and you two would see Ace and Nanette come into the cathedral.
As I'm
Well, you're-
helping him like pull this pew up into the air, I go, did we really have to use that Dubois 67 for that? I mean, it was a really good year for that.
It wasn't. But it wasn't, though.
We can't afford a barrel of the Dubois 67.
No, but the church can.
Nanette can afford a barrel of Chateau Dubois 67. We know. And not like he wouldn't give it to you anyway.
So yeah, you
Point
two
out all
walk
that.
in and see them pulling on these ropes and doing something in the cathedral.
Do you think they're gonna notice that bloody great pew just hanging in the air up there?
It's pretty high up there.
It is pretty high up there, you're not wrong. I guess I only noticed it because you guys were hanging on the other end.
I tie it up near where the bell tower bell rope is.
So one blade chop will just get it all, eh?
And back up a escape route.
Sounds good. I think she's gonna go send those letters now.
I'm ready. Ace.
Yeah?
That arrow near the front door is gunpowder.
You want me to shoot it when the time comes? Fuse is finicky. Me, pretty good shot.
Oh, right. So Nanette, you're gonna do your letters now?
She's going to
Easy.
put her head to, like, kind of hat over head, keep her, probably wanted posters, like, literally everywhere, so she's just gonna keep her...
Are you going alone? You said that
They-
you needed to be the one to send them.
Yeah. I
You're
want
going
them to believe
alone.
that I'm alone.
Yeah, but do you expect them to be watching?
I'm going to go across the street and find an urchin to deliver this. 2 separate urchins, ideally. And to deliver the church one, and the other one to deliver, I guess, whichever one, the one that Gianni said, that was from someone.
Yeah, where did that one need to go, Johnny?
I'll write that up. And it'll be from the innkeeper. I'll say that, hey, Ninette Primavera has some associates here. Is the reward still good?
Okay. Alright, so the first one I understand, the first letter going to Miss Rosie's, which is the uh, inn in Charuz.
It's a really nice inn.
Yeah, goes and it basically says, is Nanette Primvere like still, like she still stay here, that sort of thing?
Well, more of
No, is the bounty still good?
her and some associates are here. Is the bounty still good?
Yeah.
So it's like
okay.
it's coming from the inn. Like the innkeeper of that inn is sending it to the Primvera estate.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're sending a letter to the Primvere estate
2 letters.
from,
Yes.
ostensibly, from the inn, asking if the bounty was still good. That's one
the
letter.
one.
Okay, and what's the other one?
The one that's from Nanette directly saying, I believe you were expecting me. I am at the cathedral, as I was informed to go to.
Cardinal Bitchloo, would you like to come and meet me at the cathedral?
Cardinal Bitchaloo.
It's Spanish, though, that's the problem.
Okay,
It's very
cool.
diplomatic.
Yeah, no,
But-
instant, right?
But Nanette did sign her name with her blood in order to make a minor mark. So she knows, theoretically, if they have the letter with them, she knows it's coming.
Okay. So both letters are going to the estate. One from the inn asking about the bounty, the other one from Nanette saying
Yeah,
she's at the
and I'm going to stagger them a little bit. Probably send the inn one first. See, I'll find some urchin and be like, hey, do you want to earn 10 quick gilder?
Hey,
It's a lot of money, which is fine.
That child
Awesome,
will
yeah.
blow it on something.
And then
Yeah.
a totally different messenger, probably one that's more official looking. Because I'm sure there's some sort of courier post or something, even
gonna say,
this
didn't
late
you-
at night.
You said you were going to drop it at your lawyers to have them deliver it.
No, the lawyer is procuring the virtuous
Oh, that's
maiden.
right. That was another thing. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all dropped that off already.
The virtuous maiden is going to be procured, hopefully within the next couple of days, for our inevitable escape out of Charuz, hopefully.
Alright, cool. So, yeah, it's not too hard to find a couple, willing, at least an urchin willing to run a letter, where, especially for what you're offering. And you wanted to get someone a little bit more clean cut for the second one? Or...
Yeah, the one that comes from Nanette, like the Nanette letter, should probably come from somebody that's, that a lady of high standing would hire to deliver a letter.
Nanette is keeping up appearances even now as the bounty hangs over her head.
I am very underdressed for this event, and I don't like it.
Do we need to go get you some clothes? We can get
I think it's a little bit too late for me to go shopping, but this is as good as they're going to get on such short notice. I will apologize profusely for it.
You look lovely. I don't understand why you think that it's going to matter. And why you think that.
Well, at least I can still see.
Alright.
Yeah. Letters delivered, and then she's gonna kind of sort of sneakily make her way back into the church and close the church door.
With the letter sent, Andreas starts lighting every candle in the cathedral.
Ooh. Sweet.
Well, that's going to
Your
announce our
Davis.
presence.
You all see that Davis, following behind, seemingly very pleased with all these, with what Andreas is doing.
If I'm near any of the other party members, I'm just gonna go, I don't like the way that thing is watching this. Something's afoot.
Seems to be enjoying that far too much.
I mean,
Building
as
credit.
long as we get done what we want to get done before whatever they're planning happens.
It's going to be a big thing to do.
Remember, we want to get some information from them first if we can. Then we can start shooting.
Do you have a signal that you would like me to,
I'll
wait for?
scream or something.
Okay.
I would imagine that they would
course.
attempt to arrest me or something.
You mentioned that you didn't feel dressed for the part.
The last time I was here, I was in a very outrageously expensive wedding dress.
I remember.
It was quite lovely. Such
It
a
was.
waste.
It was.
Would you like to be properly attired for this battle?
Well, I know you're a
he's-
magician. I don't think you can conjure clothes out of thin air, can you?
Oh, don't ask him. He'll do it. He'll do it. That thing will do it.
I'm not going to turn it down. I feel like that would be very lovely. It would.
I'm going to burn a hero point and activate my battle sorcery and look at him and go, look at my Davis and go, I would like Nanette to be dressed however you would like to be dressed for this battle.
Don't think of the Marshmallow Man.
He can't read thoughts. You have to tell him what you want to wear. And I am burning up the credit I used, lighting up all the candles.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Davis looks at you and he says, well, my dear, what do you want to be attired with this evening?
I think florals would be in. Can you dress me in flowers? Just.
Be very specific.
Oh, good point. Shoot. We'll have to
Yeah.
noodle on it.
Well, just say that you give him what. I don't know.
Perhaps
so
flowers
specific
and
right
lace
now.
as opposed to flowers, because otherwise they will just put you in flowers
Well,
top to bottom.
flowers and lace could also be quite scanty.
Like, aha! Enjoy.
Yeah, you thought you were underdressed now, love. wait till
It's
that
a
thing has
distraction
its way with
method.
you.
It really is.
No,
if you're going into battle,
I
don't
have to
you want
shoot
some
people, remember?
proper-
Who are we
sort of
trying to distract?
armor.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah, he says if you're going into battle, don't you perhaps want some armor?
No. I need to present the image of the delicate flower who is being wrongly accused by villains. Which is true, of course, to a certain extent. Could you make something like my wedding dress, but far more elegant? The last
Kinda
one was
look-
not my design, it was somebody else's.
He kind of looks up and down, walks around. And then he seems to like gather smoke from the candles that are burning around, and the smoke kind of encompasses Nanette. And for a moment or two you can't see her. But then when the smoke eventually clears, she's wearing an approximation of her wedding dress. But which had crystals and things on it, and all this other stuff on it. But this version of it does have florals on it, but the florals are made out of gemstone, so it kind of really twinkles in all the light, and it has like this kind of train that goes behind it, and most of the stones are like it's white mostly. But the stones are all black and red stones, all along the sides and the accents of the skirt and the chest and all of that.
I love it. This is beautiful. I might borrow this design for next season.
Your next wedding,
No, hopefully not. Let's see if this one actually happens. And she kisses the Davis on the cheeks.
Oh,
as her thanks.
it's very warm actually, like warmer, almost like the Davis had like a fever or something. If you
That
do
I wasn't
that.
expecting.
It's Hellspawn.
I love my demon godmother.
You know what? That was worth every bit of that credit.
All right. Anybody else do anything while you are waiting? Where are you setting up? What are you doing beforehand?
Go up into the balcony or the mezzanine or whatever it has. I find a place where I can get a good view of the entire place.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I hunker down with my sack full of ammunition and my gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
Cathedral Bell
what's
Tower.
maybe up on the bell tower?
I'm gonna be in it so that I can ring it when we know for sure, because that was our signal for my mom.
Oh, right. Okay. Sweet. And what's Andreas doing? Where's Andreas gonna? Oh,
Not sure.
Stay out of sight wherever you go.
Hey, we've got all these ropes you can swing down very dramatically with a sword.
Hood. Andreas goes into the priest section of the confessional booth.
mm-hmm. Hangs out there. Forgive me, Maker, for I have sinned. And Davis is like, no
That's exactly where I imagine the Davis is just sitting where the
like,
parishioner
really? Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And he'll even make the joke that Davis. They'll even make the joke. They'll be like, "Do you wish to confess your sins, Andreas?"
Wrong side. You should be confessing to me, though I don't think we have the time.
All right, and where is Nanette going to be?
Right at the altar.
At the altar, where she never made it last time.
Maybe this time's the charm.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So, a little bit of time passes. Maybe 20, 30 minutes or so. Y'all are hanging out, watching, listening. And Gianni, you're going to see it first. You're going to see some people heading towards the church from a distance. Looks like, let's see. 24. About 30, 32 people or so wearing uniforms.
I yell down the tower because it'll probably echo. It's 32.
Can I amend my location?
Mm-hmm.
Might I amend my location?
Oh, sure.
A little bit. I'm still up there. I still want to do what I have, but if I can find a place, if there be a place where I can see the whole sanctuary, and then as well as the powder keg at the front door.
Okay.
If that's possible. If not, then I just want to see the sanctuary. But
yeah, to be able to see the front door, you'd have to like go out into the vestibule, because I'm assuming Gianni put it like through
so it's a low door. Yeah, it's a low door then. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I see it in my mind now.
Yeah.
Did we hide that at all? Or is it just like right there?
I mean, it's little. It's a little powder keg. So, I mean, it's just kind of sitting off to the side.
Wasn't sure if we wanted to put like a potted plant over it so that wouldn't be quite as here's an obvious gunpowder barrel.
It's small. Looks like a cask. Could be oil, wine.
Whatever.
Could be more wine that we haven't spilled yet.
And Annette would like to keep kind of feeling around for her blood marks, just in case anything changes especially with her parents and
Well,
the mark,
it's
the letter.
it's interesting that you mentioned that. You reach out for the marks that you're aware of. You've got Dubois somewhere far, far away at the moment, way out there, and you can feel Tomas, also very, very far away, but close, very, very close, and you feel getting closer are definitely your parents' marks, you feel.
Cool.
What about the letter?
Yeah, is the letter changing any?
It's a way. You don't. You can't. I mean, it's. I mean, you can guess considering the direction. Yeah, it's probably at your house still.
They have my parents with them.
Oh, hopefully it's clear which ones they are. I'd hate to make a bad shot, love. I don't know what Mom and Dad look like.
I mean, a little bit like us? Tomas and I? Wealthy looking, I would imagine. I would, I'll let you know.
So
I'm
be
sure
it.
it'll be evident.
All right.
With that knowledge, when I feel like they're getting close enough, I'm gonna ring the bell. And then I will find some place with my ropes to hide inside the cathedral.
Okay. So you all hear the cathedral bells. Dong, dong, like reverberating throughout the cathedral. And then Gianni, you're getting down then after you ring the bell. Okay. All right. Yeah. And where are you gonna go once you get down from the
Position myself in some ropes up high so I can swing down.
Okay. Sweet. All right. So a few minutes later, you hear doors opening. All of you will probably be able to hear it from where you are. The sound of big doors opening in the front of the church. And not too long later, into the cathedral steps probably about eight guard looking. They do have kind of the prophet's cross symbol on their shoulders, but they are armed as well. And there's about 8 of them, and there's a woman, not incredibly hugely built, but to probably anyone who has any fighting knowledge, she looks fairly quick. And she has a sword at her side, and she's wearing all black, dark hair, dark skin. The face I had for this was Penelope Cruz. And then behind her, you see Nanette. You would see, since you're standing like at the altar, when they come in, you would see your parents as well behind this lady, and they're kind of surrounded by the 8 soldier, the 8 guards there, and they're kind of in the middle, and they look bound, at least by their hands in front that you can see. And the woman,
Well, it's easy to differentiate them now.
yeah. And then the woman steps forward and says, Miss Premver, we meet at last. And we will pause there, actually, for a break before everything goes down. So we'll take 10 minutes at this point to go ahead and get a drink, get some water, and chill out, and then we shall get started. Welcome back aboard, everybody. All right, we are going to get into this interesting interaction here. I hope you all are rested, have your drinks, have your snack. All right, yeah, so this woman, she's dressed in black. She's got a blade by her side, and your parents behind her, Nanette, and she says, Miss Prevere, we meet at last. She has a very distinct Castilian accent.
I was told you were looking for me. Here I am.
She kind of looks you up and down, and she says, very well. Come along, then.
I would love to, but unfortunately you still have my family, and you have not explained what exactly you're looking for me for. I do not have whatever it is you seek.
That's not within the parameters of what I was asked to do. I was asked to bring you back to your estate.
I will accompany you, unresisting, if you release my parents.
Alright, are you going to try to do some convincing here?
Sure. She's being 100. She's being honest. This is.
All right. So how's she gonna try to convince her? Like with charisma?
I could do resolve.
Intimidate, or
can I appeal to her empathy, perhaps? It is me you truly want, and I am unarmed and willing to accompany you, assuming they are released.
So, either wits and empathy then. Or convince, rather. Yeah, I'd be convinced. But you're trying to, appeal to her empathy there. Wits and convince. And they'll need one to do it, and you'll need at least two to get her to believe you even somewhat for it.
These dice are rolling surprisingly well.
Okay. Alright.
You have me. You do not need them any further. They have, I suspect, suffered enough.
Ooh, okay. She looks at you and says, quite bold of you to be making demands in your position.
Why bring them here otherwise? If they could have just stayed at home.
Consider it a convincer of our seriousness. I'm sure you wouldn't want anything to happen to them.
And I do not. I think you have done enough to my family. Which is why I prefer they just remain here and I come with you. There is nothing I can do. You have won.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a, give me a wits and empathy right now. Everybody else is watching this go on. Andreas, you can hear this from the confessional. Ace, you're obviously hearing this from up in the balcony. Gianni, where are you?
Watching from a red. Ready to swing down. Planning to grab her parents if need be.
Okay. All right. What'd you get on your
5
empathy
braces.
here? You get the feeling.
Hold on, real quick. I'm going to burn a hero point for Together We Are Strong and give Nanette my 4 raises.
Oh. If I will be nice and tell you she really doesn't need it. You might want to save that.
Fair enough.
Probably need that for the big fight.
You get the sense, looking at this woman, you've done a lot of negotiations in your life. And, seen people make business deals, see them negotiate. And you absolutely, looking at this woman, can tell that she is not the negotiating type. So she's very much of the type that you've encountered who are, more action than anything else. They're usually with the people you're negotiating with. I don't know if that's going to change your tactic or not, but I would consider this a benevolent warning that Nanette might be pushing it.
And I've seen what she can do all too well. Yeah, I guess Nanette's just going to approach them and may at least make sure they are all right.
She raises her eyebrow, but then kind of steps to the side.
Nanette's just gonna move forward and make sure that her dearest parents are all in one piece. And are they bound by a rope or something else?
Yeah, rope. Yeah, simple rope. All right, so you all see Nanette, walking towards. You've watched this whole exchange. So, how is everybody gonna want to play this out? What is y'all are kind of separated
I'm waiting
from
for a
everybody.
signal.
It's supposed to be screamed sometime.
Yeah, we were said it was said that she would scream at some point.
Okay. All right.
Unless it looks like. No.
I mean, you guys can see what I see, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants here.
Okay, well, here's the question, Nanette, then. Above the table, would it have been clear to us, or me, that if I determine that there's a shot to take, I can take it? Is that something that we can discuss above the table, or is that out of the scope at this moment? GM.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see why there's a problem. You're trying to assess the situation via body language, so I would say that's okay to discuss. Like, if you're looking to see if Nanette's body language is saying, do something now, kind of thing.
If I need to make a roll for that, if not, I'm gonna shoot her in the head.
Above the table, Nanette would like to be within body range of her parents, mostly because she's going to use herself as a human shield.
Yeah. No, if you move to your parents, and Bitch Supreme steps aside, I'm going to shoot her.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, you're getting closer to your parents. You can see they're not wearing their finery as you get closer. They're just wearing kind of plain, clothes or whatever. Yeah, you get closer, and very close. You're standing pretty close to your parents right about now.
Yep.
And now let's go ahead and we're going to go into our action phase. We're going to start this thing off. So everybody is going to declare their action. No rolling or anything now. Everybody just says what they're going to do, what their action is going to be. We'll give you a roll. We'll count up raises. And the one with the most raises will go first, use up as many actions, and then we will go from there and see what happens. All right, so let's start with Nanette. Okay, Nanette, you're close to your parents. What are you gonna do when you get pretty close? Anything? What you gonna do?
She would like to kind of throw her arms around her parents, as though she's hugging him, and then she is, but also to sort of push them towards a wall or down, so she can basically be a human shield for them.
Okay. All right. Andreas, so you were hearing all this. You're still in the confessional. But the Davis sitting next to you says, I think it's about to begin. I can smell the blood on the air.
Andreas will... Real quick, just because what are the guards armed with?
They have swords.
Okay.
You're peeking through that.
Yeah.
You can see that the guards have swords, and the captain, Jimenez, she has a gun and a sword.
Okay. Can you come back to me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What is Gianni gonna do?
Well, my plan is over. So, I'm on this. I have 3 lashes. I'm gonna yank 3 of them with a pole.
Okay. All right. And Ace, I assume you're taking a shot?
I'm going to shoot Jimenez.
Okay. All right. So, going from Nanette to grab your parents and sort of, we're going to go with finesse and athletics to go ahead and get in front of them and use your body there. So, I'll be finesse and athletics. You'll need 1 to do the action, 2 to actually get them out of the way, and you will need 2 to remain uninjured, because you have a bunch of swords around you and a bunch of people who are watching you very carefully during these few seconds. So, and you're trying to move, so you can potentially hit something or whatever. So that's going to be 4 in total. 4. Oh yeah, and Andreas, did you figure out what you wanted?
With Nanette going and basically going to cover them, Andreas is going to attempt to create a huge distraction by basically loudly kicking his way out of the confessional with both of his blades drawn and rushing into the middle of everything.
Okay. So we'll say you're rushing out into the middle of everything.
And he's basically just going to start swinging, hitting his minute, swinging, and basically making himself this center of attention to give them a chance.
Okay. So that'd probably be brawn, and you're using your sword and stuff, so weaponry probably. Brawn and weaponry, just to kind of go out and start whacking at people.
Can you still use the sword style?
Yeah, you can use your sword style.
Okay,
Can I
so I'll
give
use
Nanette a hero point or whatever? Can I spend a hero point for Nanette?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then for Ace, you're going to be doing finesse and aim
My sweet spot.
for your shot. And Gianni, you're going to be pulling, and so you just have to spend for that, correct? Okay. All right. So everybody's rolling dice. Roll or spend your hero point. And
before
just
we
to make it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, before we get into this tense standoff with a villain, Nanette would like to say, I really wish we could have come to a better arrangement. I feel like this. But I'm going to use a hero point to activate Joie de Vivre, and all my allies, if they roll under their skill, will get that to count that as a 10.
Sweet.
What is? Oh, so like, wait, what does that mean?
So, if, for example, if on your aim I think you have a 4 in aim, right? If
I
you
have
roll,
3 in aim.
okay. So if you roll 3 or less on your die, that is a 10.
Oh, mag fucking Nixon. That's wonderful. Thank you.
I'm also burning a hero point to add my finesse and wits into my pool.
Did you mean to spend that?
All right. Okay. So everybody rolling to roll, and let me know how many. Raises you get.
I'm gonna use a hero point for an extra die.
Okay. All right. Please hold while we count up all our dice.
The fun part, math.
Well, I rolled 2 1s and a 2, so that's useful. Thank you. Thank you, my love. That was wonderful.
Eight. Okay. Alrighty. And then okay, so we have ace with 8. All right, and who else? Who's else got right? Gianni just spent his for the pool. And then Nanette, how many did you get?
4, and I have 1 left over if you wish to purchase some dice.
Okay. And then Andreas, what'd you get?
Rolled really well. I got 14 raises.
14?
Or did you roll really bad in that Joie de Vivre?
Oh no, there was some terribleness in there that because of
Nice.
Genevieve turned absolutely insane.
All right.
In fact, I'm looking at something to see if I can spread these around.
Andreas just has to show me up every time. My 8 raises pale in comparison to his 14. It's fine.
All
It's
right.
fine. As long as we're taking out shitty people
Oh no!
together.
Okay.
I'm going to burn a hero point as well. Another hero point.
Okay.
How many did Nanette get?
4.
4. You now have 8.
Okay.
What
See, he
advantage?
just makes my roll
I
worse
burned for
every
together.
time he
I
speaks.
burned for together. We are strong, which allows me to move any number of my raises to anyone else who can see or hear me in the scene. That's a hero.
Right. Okay. So you gave her 4, so now you have 11.
I have 10.
10.
10. Okay.
And then I'm going to give 1 to Ace. So we both have 9.
Well, okay, now we're friends again.
Yeah, I have a really big dice pool, but that ability allows me to use that dice pool to help everyone.
Alright. Okay then.
I'm down to 3,
Alright.
by the way. 3 here.
So, that means that Andreas is first. So here's your so you're going to Andreas, you're gonna be first. So you're going to have to spend, you're running out and you're going into the middle of, you know, the 8 guards and the captain and everything like that. So you'll need a raise to go ahead and actually get over there. So that's 1. Okay. And then let's see how many. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna need to spend, if you're kind of going in the middle, you're gonna have to spend at least 3 to avoid injury.
Okay.
So that's 4 total, because they are kind of surrounding Nanette and her parents. So that's at least 4. And then you have and then another to avoid tripping over anything, probably, because you're going around pews, you're coming out of the confessional, all of that sort of stuff. So that's at least 5. So you have 5 left. So you can either save 5, or you have 4 left. So you can spend the 5 to do that and get there, if you would like.
I will.
And then stop, or you can continue. This is where the strategy comes in, that you can either just spend that to do that, or spend less to not do any one of those things, or you can spend more raises, but that means you don't have any to spend later to, like, counter anything or whatever.
I would like
it's up to you.
I would like to. I will take the wounds, but instead use those 3 raises to knock out 3 people close to Nanette and her parents.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna
I will
take
3 wounds.
3 wounds. You're gonna take from them having their swords out and getting in there, and then you will take out 3 of them. You said, with the remaining.
No, so I'll take out 3. So I'll still have burned the 5 raises.
All right. Ace. You'll need 1 at the very least to do the action. And I'm gonna say it's a pretty decent shot. So you're gonna need at least 2 raises to hit where you're going.
So that's 3
total. And then you can, 3 total. And then you can either use your 6 left. You can save them for retaliation or whatever, or you can spend them for adding on to
okay.
rules and that sort of stuff.
I'm going to spend 1 extra one to reduce the brute force by 4. Because I have an ability that does that, so that's fish in the barrel. And then, I'm going to spend 2 more to add wounds to Jimenez.
Okay. Alright.
And I'm going to sit on 3 for now.
Okay. Alright. That's that. Nanette, you're next. So you're going to need at least 1 to do your action. And you're going to need 3 to avoid any wounds or anything like that, because Andreas is coming in hot. So that's at least 4 races that you'll have to spend.
Correct. And I would like to go ahead, and spend the 4. May I spend 1 to pick up one of the fallen mooks rapiers.
Sure. So that brings you down to 4 left, right? Or
3.
3 left.
Yeah.
3 left.
And I kind of want to create an opportunity with my very flashy, gem-encrusted dress for my allies, should they need it. Because it is a very, very shiny and heavy dress.
Indeed. All right. And Gianni, you pull 3 over. So what you have?
Oh yes,
Hmm?
right. I just gonna say, since I'm above them, I guess I pull them up in the air and they fly off. And I now have nature pull, so they take damage.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling for moves,
So-
just drop them on some more.
So at the outset, what you see is that Andreas comes running out, takes some hits heading towards Nanette, getting in there, and then he takes out some of them just as they're flying through the air at the same time. Meanwhile, gunfire is going off, and you see some others laying to waste. You see, falling down on the ground and everything. And then Jimenez gets hit for a little bit, and then it is their turn. So, first of all, we're gonna have the brutes go first, and I'm gonna use their actions to have them get up, because unless you're using hero points to take them out once they're down, it's assumed that they're just wounded. So I'm gonna use their 3 to get 3 of them up, and then Jimenez, she is going to pull out her pistol in with one action. She's gonna go ahead and take a shot for. She's gonna go ahead and take a shot at Andreas, since he's super close right there, and that will be. And I'll spend. Let's see. She had. No one to say no. And that'll be 1 wound. She couldn't aim very well, so that'll just be 1 wound for Andreas.
So just the dramatic wound from a pistol shot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Andreas
Alright.
just takes a shot right to the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so who has actions left? Who has raises left? Andreas, everybody? Everybody? Okay. So we'll go in the, you have 5, Ace has 5. How many Dinette do you have left?
No, I have 3.
I have 4.
You have 3 left? You have 4 left? You have 2 left. Okay. So Andreas, you have 4. You've just been hit by Jimenez. You see some of the brutes getting up. What are you gonna do now with your actions?
Andreas is going to burn the last 4 to try to take out 4 more mooks. Basically, he's trying to create a route of escape for Nanette and her parents.
Okay.
Basically, some way that they can get out of this ball of terribleness and potential death.
How many mooks are left? By the way, sorry.
There are 4 standing up, and 4 are still on the ground.
And there are about 26 outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
and 2
so most of
gunshots
them-
just went off.
It's
What's
about
that?
I see.
Okay. And Ace, I assume you're taking another shot for you?
I
Yes,
apologize.
no, maybe?
I apologize. Can I change one thing?
Oh, God damn it. No. Yeah.
Sorry.
What
I'd like
did
to,
Michael?
instead of taking out one of the mooks, can I use that raise to swiftly cut the bonds of Nanette's parents?
That's what I was gonna do with my raises. Just if you want to use yours on killing.
You can use yours to escape or get them out.
Valid point.
Alright. So you want to use it for cutting then, Andreas?
Yeah, one of them. I'll take out 3 and cut and slice with one.
Alright. Okay.
So,
Alright, and, yeah. Ace.
You can tell me that I don't get to know this, but my question would be just, would more people coming in initiate another round of combat? Like, they would not be part of this round of combat, correct?
Correct.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to understand mechanics. I'm not looking for an edge. I just don't want to, so it would be another round.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, if people come in, you're gonna
they would not.
raises.
That would be okay. That would be after this round. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. I have 3 left. Yeah. I'd probably spend one to take another shot, or however many I needed to do to take another shot. And if I could, if I still had another one left, if I only had to spend 1 or 2 for that, I would use another one to see if I could trigger Deadeye or a fish in a barrel again and take out the other 4. But I don't know if I can do that. The language is unclear.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can use it.
As long as I have raises.
Okay.
All it says is when using Deadeye, which I did to make my shot, I can spend a raise to reduce strength of brutes by finesse. It doesn't. I don't believe the language limits it to only used once, but I don't remember either. So.
I mean,
I'm good either way.
I mean, suppose, yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, go ahead. So, spend it, then.
Okay.
So, spend your point, your raise.
Okay,
and your hero point if you're gonna do. And,
it's not a hero point, it's just raises. And I still have 3.
Oh, is it? Okay. So you're gonna take 3 of them out? Or
4
try to? 4 of them? Okay,
yeah.
So the
fish in a barrel lets me reduce the strength of brutes by my finesse, which is 4. And it's just
alright, yeah. So those 4 that got up, you're gonna attempt to take out again. Alright.
And I still have 2 raises. If I can, I would like to take another shot at Jimenez. But I may need to use those to reload.
Right. Yeah, I would say save those if you want to, because you've already used quite a few shots at this point. So
I have.
You're gonna have to take. Yeah, you're gonna have to take an action to resituate yourself.
That's fine.
And then Nanette.
We'll try to pull her parents out of the way. Probably back into like the actual the main part of the church that doesn't have any. The sanctuary. That's the one.
Church.
Yeah.
And yeah, she'll probably spend the remainder of her raises just to kind of pull them out of the way, let them know that Tomas is fine. Everything's going to be alright. Kind of reassure them it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Maybe grab another sword while she's at it.
Okay.
Just in case her father remembers.
I was gonna say, can Papa fight?
So, you're getting them out of just are you keeping them in the cathedral, or are you trying to, like, go to the vestibule, or?
I think into the actual sanctuary, because I know outside we still have another 20 some odd, like, armed guards that we have not taken out, and there weren't any other obvious entrances into the sanctuary space, so it's probably the safest place for me to kind of hunker them down while we take out these villains that are coming after us.
Yeah, so use your 2 raises for that, to get them out of the way, talk to them, all of that. Okay, as for them, as for Jimenez, she has 1 left, so she's gonna, use her action to go ahead and take another shot at Andreas, since he's right there.
take
For
it.
1. Yeah. Okay.
Is she stabbing
Alright,
me
cool.
or with her blade or shooting me with her gun?
Shooting you. So she
That's
shot
dramatic.
you. She shot at you twice. Yeah. Okay. Who has any left? Does anybody have races left? Okay.
I have 2.
How many do you have left? You have 2 left. Okay. What would you like to do with these 2 races?
Like I said, do I need to spend 1 to reload?
Yeah.
Or do I need
Spend
to
1
spend
to
both of them
reload.
to reload? 1 to reload?
Spend
Okay.
1 to reload. Yeah.
Okay.
Reload your gun. And then what are you gonna do with your last one? If you're gonna use it. You're the only one left, so you know, then we'll have a new round.
I'm gonna. I mean, can I shoot her again? Once I reload.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'd like to shoot her again. If she's still
Alright.
standing and shooting people, I'd like to try to impair her.
Okay, I'm spending a hero danger point where one of the mooks gets in the way, and they're gonna take that damage for her
Okay.
of your shot. All right, cool. All right, so new round. It is absolute chaos and all of that. The doors on the side open, and 2 more groups of 8 come in of brutes. And okay, so with that being said, what actions would you like to declare? What's your approach gonna be? Let's start with Nanette.
Nanette is on the defensive. If anybody approaches her and her family, she will defend with the rapier. And her dashing good looks, I suppose.
Absolutely.
All right.
As you crawl on the floor.
All right, Andreas, you're kind of in the middle. What are you gonna do?
Andreas is going to become a whirlwind of steel, and have the strength. Basically, take out half of the brutes. This round,
Okay.
using my advantage whirlwind of steel.
Okay.
Of note, the villain gets 2 extra dice now. I am at half health. Guns
All right.
are powerful.
Direct dramatic wounds.
All right. Okay. All right. So you're going to be Whirlwind of Steel. That's going to be your move. Nanette's going to be in defense mode, from what I understand. Ace indicated with her hand she's going to be shooting. Right?
I don't really do anything else.
And
see,
Gianni.
and I shoot.
Swinging down.
You have a lot of guns on the mantle here, so I'd like to see how some of this plays out.
Drop that pew on the...
Not yet. That's a special.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Swing down. Kick off one of the wenches to drop a chandelier on one of the groups.
Call me a witch.
Wench.
Oh, it's like-
Winch.
Bully?
To the winch.
And I make a big scene of it as I do it.
Of course. All right. So, for Nanette, that's probably going to be. I assume she's trying not to draw attention to herself or whatever.
As
and
much as
trying
you
to,
can
you
in
know,
a glittering wedding
Right.
gown.
Regret nothing.
So,
Beacon.
Vanessa and Hyde, go ahead and make that your roll then. Your Andreas, so do you need to spend hero for your whirlwind, or is
I
that
do
a roll?
not. No. I sacrifice all my races instead.
Okay, you sacrifice your raises to take out half of them.
Yes. So Andreas is a sitting duck
8.
again.
All right.
All
right.
But would you say this is a good cause? Because I am reverting to the edge of a blade for a good cause, to defend a good cause.
Yeah. I mean,
I
you're
get a hero
saving
point.
That's a good cause. All right, and then Ace, you are gonna shoot, correct? So it's gonna be finesse and aim for you. However, before everybody takes their rolls, go ahead and I'm spending a danger point. 15, please, for your raises.
Sure.
Gianni, you're gonna do athletics and panache probably for wheeling and dealing and doing all that.
I'm gonna spend 1 hero point.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave her 2 extra dice.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. 3 with 1 to buy.
All right. All right. Andreas is giving up all his raises for his move. Ace, how many did you say you got with 1 left over?
3.
3. Okay. Nanette.
With nothing left over.
3. Okay. All right.
Ha ha ha. My turn.
All right. How many did you get?
Well, I have 4 in athletics, so every raise is actually 2 for me at 15. I got 4, so I have 8.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, yeah,
Well done,
Gianni goes
Husky.
first. Go ahead, Gianni.
Taking out mooks with this chandelier.
Okay, awesome. So Gianni leaps from the balcony with the rope, and the chandelier in the middle of the, one of the chandeliers comes like crashing down onto a group of the guards, and they're all trying to recover now, and Gianni is now on the ground. Awesome. So pretty much the group around Jimenez is pretty well taken care of and incapacitated right now. Then Andreas, you took out half of the rest.
Yep, I automatically take out. I have the strength of all brute squads in the scene.
So that's
Okay.
8.
20 came
Yeah.
in, so
16 came in.
16 came in.
16
Yeah,
came
I just
in.
drop 8 immediately.
Okay. All right. Andreas just flies. They all go in to try to attack Andreas in the middle, and they get taken out. Jimenez. All right. I'm gonna take some shots here. Took out 3, so she can do 4. She got 7. So she is gonna take a shot up in there because now she's realizing that there's shots coming from above her as well. So she's gonna turn and she's going to take shots at Ace. Take 3. So take her raises down. She's gonna take 3 shots. So that would be wounds, yes? Let's see.
Unless I can spend my raises to negate those.
Yeah, if you has raises you would like to use, you can certainly do that, for sure.
I'll use
So
all
there's
3
gonna be...
of mine.
Okay. Alright.
She doesn't get to hit me. Not yet.
Alright.
I'll tell her that.
And...
I'll tell her that if that'll give me a hero point.
Yeah, for
I do
sure.
have
If you're, gonna
arrogant.
give, if you're gonna give some
You're gonna have to
attitude,
do
for
better
sure.
than that, love. I don't know how they teach you to shoot in Castile, but that's not how we shoot up in the marches.
Right. So she used 3 for that, and she will use a 4th to reload. Alright. Alright. And then the brute squads go. This time they're gonna take... Right. Because Gianni used his... already. How many? And
Did you use all of yours?
If it'll take out 8, yeah, I'll use all of them.
Okay.
From pistols, you can't. Unfortunately, you cannot spend raises to avoid damage from them, which is why I've been taking them.
Oh.
Yeah, the pistols
I
are.
thought you were just taking
All
them.
firearms are very deadly.
Okay, fine. I will take 3 wounds. 3 damage.
Yeah. That's why I've just been taking them, and that's why they take so long to reload.
You didn't say
Yeah.
that. Okay, well then I don't. I still have 3 raises then.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so where are we at right now? Gianni has gone down. He did his with raises. Andreas did his thing. Ace did his thing. Nanette, you are hiding over there.
She's mostly hiding her parents. She's not hiding herself. She's mostly trying to get them somewhere safe-ish. And
Okay.
if they're going to attack someone, it's going to be her in her beautiful, beautiful dress.
Indeed. Alright. Cool. Well, some of the guards are coming pretty close to you, but they're kind of concentrated on Gianni and Andreas right now. So, but they're pretty close, they're kind of trying to circle around and stuff. So they're pretty close if you wanted to try to do something about that with your raises.
Yeah, let's go ahead and spend 2 to see if I can take a few of them out. Just to minimize the trouble that Gianni will have to deal with.
Okay.
Yeah, how many did Gianni take out though? If Gianni took out 8, then they're all gone.
Yeah. Well, there are 8 left. He took out 8, and then Andreas had taken out half. But how it kind of is
Andreas
like a lot
took out 8. I was gonna say Andreas took out 8, and then John said if he could spend all of his raises to take out the other 8, he would, because he had 8 raises.
Yeah, he had to. Let me think for a second. Give me a minute.
That's fine. I just didn't know if you guys could hear him.
Well, I guess technically my power kicks off first, because I have 8 raises.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
Yeah.
so you went out first, and then Andreas took out half of what was left, so not 8.
4.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Nope, that's my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was trying to do calculations. I'm like, wait a minute.
Math.
I know that worked out in my head that there were some still left.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are 4 left that are standing and Jimenez. Yeah, you have a couple that are close to you that are trying to circle around Nanette if you wanted to try to.
Yeah, she's learned how to stick people with a pointy end from Andreas, so she's going to do that.
All right.
So proud and bleeding.
Hey, we're
All
both
right.
bleeding now, bud.
Yeah.
Blood
I bleed
sibs.
it how? Did it just
All right. Yeah. Okay. So,
What the fuck are you doing?
she has 3 left. So she's gonna use her. And they're gonna use their actions. The rest of the 2 brutes left that are not like on the ground, and Jimenez, they're gonna use their remaining action, their remaining raises to back out of the church, to back out of the cathedral.
Can I use my 3 then to go ahead and take a shot? Because
Sure.
I couldn't use mine. If I can't use mine to undo damage, then I've got 3 raises. So I shot a bitch.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Can you?
All right.
I was gonna say,
Who
can you
else
hit?
has?
The gunpowder.
I can't. She said I can't see it.
Yeah,
Unless
not
I
from
come
inside
down.
the-
Unless I swing. Yeah, let me just jump with my 3 fucking wounds.
We put ropes up there for a reason.
I mean, if there's a rope up there for me to swing on, if I still have enough raises. So I have 3 raises. What can I do with those 3 raises?
Okay.
If I can swing down and shoot the gunpowder, I will do that. If I cannot, I want to shoot her in the face.
Okay.
Because she'll
All
stop
right,
moving if her brain's gone.
Chekhov's
It's
gun.
true. All right. So to swing down, you'll need at least 2, and then you can
I have
take a
3.
shot if you kind of So you'll need 1 to actually do the action, 1 to actually make it to the ground and be able to
And
take
not
a
die.
shot. Right, and you can use your 3rd to take a shot.
Okay, then that's what I'll do, and I'll shoot the gunpowder, and I'll...
All right. So there's a big, huge explosion. In the cathedral.
As they're there, as they get to it, I want to shoot the gunpowder. Let me make that clear. I don't want to just blow up the door behind them and give them a way out. I would like them to blow up with it, if possible.
Okay, so you're gonna wait until they're backing up. Well,
Yeah.
you can do that, but what you see once they're not once they get past the cathedral door. I mean, if you're waiting for them to back out the main thing, they actually don't do that. They go
Okay, well,
off
as long
to
as
the
they're
left.
close. Okay, well, when they are in the vestibule, I would like to fire the gunpowder, because usually vestibules are not so enormous that they would be completely shielded from or out of a
Right, they're
blast
definitely
radius.
gonna take some. So you hit them. The mooks take most of it because they were kind of behind. They were kind of backing out first. And then Jimenez. And so, yeah, the mooks are lying on the ground. Jimenez is going to... So she used 1... Again, they use theirs to escape. So she's going to use her very last raise that she has to kind of move down the hallway, to get up and move down the hallway as her action.
In which direction, out of curiosity? Towards the
To
bishop's
the left.
side? Okay.
The left, yeah. Okay. So she disappears around the corner. And you have a bunch of guards here laying about. Not dead. I mean, if you all want to spend a bunch of... You
No,
can.
tempting
I
as
don't
it
think
is.
we need any more. I don't think we need any more corruption, stabbing people to make sure they're dead. And we don't need to kill them yet. It's fine. They're just idiots.
We're not after them. We are after Jimenez and whoever she is working for. Mama, Papa, let's get out of here. We can take Did the guards have horses?
That would be a question for Gianni, because he was the only one that saw them come in.
See horses?
I don't remember seeing him.
You didn't see horses.
Well,
You didn't.
How do we get your parents to safety?
well,
That is priority. Jimenez will keep.
Yes, let's get them out. Maybe we can go into the alleyways or There should be some stables nearby. Carriages. We can get them somewhere safe. I can't. In fact, that I made you walk out here, Mama, Papa. I'm so sorry.
How many guards are on the ground?
24.
Well, there were 24, yeah, so there's quite a few.
Gianni said he saw 32 figures. That's Jimenez. That's 24 guards plus Jimenez plus 2 parents equals 27.
They are outside likely.
Andreas goes, run, I can distract the rest. And he's going to run out after them with his blades going. And I need to roll to do this, but I can activate Go On Without Me for a hero point, which will give everyone else free escape, as long as I spend raises for all of them.
Uh-huh.
And basically they're all looking at me. So they'll be able to get out.
Gianni, don't do anything stupid, and I will spend a hero point to give you 4 extra dice, just in case.
You mean Andreas?
Yes, sorry.
No more stupid than usual.
You better live.
I intend to.
Okay, so, what's everybody's action at this point?
Front door?
The front door just blew up.
Yeah.
Not the front door, because that's where they entered, and that's where Andreas is
Side
going.
door.
Side door?
Yeah, why don't we go up one of the
The
side
opposite
doors that
direction,
they came
the
in
right
through?
way.
Yeah.
Exit stage left.
No, she exited left, or is it the?
Yeah, she went left from where we were, so we're going to go out right from where we are. Right?
Let's go. I'll lead the way.
Where the mooks came in.
Alright. Everybody at this point, so y'all are moving out of the cathedral then?
I think it matters if Andreas gets enough raises that we can all
It does.
get out.
I need to make the roll, because I need enough raises for all of them.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
Alright.
And if you don't get them, Mace will stay back.
And you do get you get 4 dice from me.
Yeah. So I get, for this being a weaponry, I'll get 4 for weaponry, 4 for wits, spending a hero point to activate my sword school to get 3 from finesse. I'll get 4 from Nanette, 1 from fencer, 1 from being for having 1 dramatic wound, and for style, I get 1 point. Correct? Pressure? Or not pressure.
Yeah.
And then the question I have is, are we still under the 15? Is this still part of the round, or is this a new thing?
Yeah, that was the round. Everybody did their
Okay.
round. So that's
Alright,
it.
and then I spent 1 more just to get 1 extra die.
You spent
So-
a hero point?
But however, I have another danger point, so we're gonna still do 15.
I have 4 in weaponry. It counts as 2 if I
So
get 15.
15's help, yeah. 15's are cool. So how many
19
hero points did you spend?
Dice pool, I ended up burning, I'm down to 2 hero points. The dice want this to happen, holy crap.
Good.
Shoot. 6. One's out. 6. 8. 10. 10 with 5 left over.
Okay.
And I have to spend 3 plus 2. I have to spend 5 to get everyone out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're gonna do hit your advantage, so everybody can get out, including Nanette's parents can get out, and yeah, head out, and you're gonna stay behind in the cathedral.
I have to
Right.
stay in the scene, and I can no longer escape it via any means.
Okay. All right. So
So
what
I
you've
have
got
to
is
finish this out.
right. So what you've got is a bunch of moves
And-
around you.
As Andreas exits, he looks back at Ace and goes, "Protect them. I'll be back."
Don't die, kid. I bleed my way out the side door.
He goes like, and Andreas goes,
All
"I
right.
am older than you."
Nick
Yeah,
gives
Michelle.
Ace a handkerchief. Like, it won't do much, but
It doesn't have toxic flowers on it, does it? Ugh.
it doesn't.
Thank you. No.
I like to think that, speaking of toxic flowers, I like to think that since you said florals, that entire black dress over one of the
Is
over those
is
gems
the
is
toxic
Belladonna's.
Remember, going for innocence, they're primroses.
So Andreas is staying behind. The three of you and Nanette's parents, where are you heading? Like, I assume you're heading out the main doors that are kind of the only, or you could go like behind where the altar is, like where the bishop comes in. Those are kind of your two options to leave this room.
I think we were talking about the bishop door.
The opposite from wherever Penny
Then
Cruz
that would
went.
be the sanctuaries. Yeah, that would be the sanctuary then. Okay. So you go out there, and where are you gonna go from there? You're kind of behind the altar and like near where the basement would be and all that sort of thing.
Well, we can't get out through there. Because
Yeah, I'm looking for the exit of the building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean there should be other exits, like side
Figuring out where
exits.
the guards
I mean,
came
yeah.
from.
I mean, the mooks came in the sanctuary from two side doors, so can't we just go out one of one of those? Yeah. So let's just go out one of those.
Theoretically.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So you head around to the side, to one of the side doors, and open up and as you leave, you just see the image of Andreas standing amongst all these groaning, Inquisition guards, just kind of standing there with a bunch of blood on his sword. The Davis just like lapping it all up, basically, standing in the middle of it, going around and pretty much acting like a cat when it has like cream or something good, just sort of like going around and looking at the mooks and stuff like that. As the doors to the sanctuary kind of close on that scene and leave Andreas there, and the three of you go around to the side. And you come around to the side and get to the door. What are you gonna do now once you get to the door?
I'm looking out the door.
Looking outdoor?
Yeah, looking out the door. Do I see
Yeah.
anybody?
Well, we would like to leave.
Well, we
Okay.
should check for snipers or
We should, yeah, check for snipers, check for traps.
Okay, do finesse and, wits and notice then. I'm sorry, wits and notice. Gianni, you're looking outside. Tell me how many,
Just Gianni, or can I do that too?
Well, if all of you are looking out, anyone who wants to look out the door, to see what's out there can do it, for sure.
Let's see. 3.
3? Okay.
Oh, and because I'm injured, my tins explode now, right? So
Are you on the first dramatic wind?
I'm on 3. I thought you said. I thought. Oh wait. Tell me. I thought you said pistols were auto dramatic wounds.
They do 1 dramatic wound automatically.
So she did 3.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I got 4 tins. So. Oh wait, are we under the 15 rule?
Not
For
anymore.
what you? Not anymore. Okay. Well, you enacted it for Andreas, so I didn't know if this counted.
Yeah, for Andreas, yeah, but that was that roll. Yeah.
Do tins continue to explode? So if I roll more tins, do I get more dice? Or
That's- I believe exploding means that. I mean, if you go by White Wolf, I'm not exactly.
Yeah, you will get to roll again and add it
Yeah,
together.
As I
Well,
rolled-
persuade.
I've chained 3 tins. So
Sweet.
let's see. Give me. Sorry, I'm almost done. Math.
and it's like 47 notice.
Spend a penny.
Let's see. 5 and 5.
Wrong system.
6 and 4.
Wrong system.
With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aha. 7,
That's right.
8, 9, 10. 10 with 1 left over.
Okay. All right. So, those of
Oh, I
you
can do
looking
the
out,
sets of 15.
especially
Sorry.
Ace, I mean, I mean, what you can tell, I mean, it's not so much a sight thing, but you can hear it because you can't see anybody immediately. But what you do hear is that there are going to be people coming around the corner. And you don't suspect, listening to it with how close they are, that you're going to be able to make it like around the other side opposite for them before they come around the corner.
I will
So
say-
you can either, I mean, your two options are try to make it, I guess, or like go back into the cathedral.
Well, I
one
thought
or the other.
Andreas paid. I thought I guess
my
I
ability
assumed that he
specifically
paid
gives
for us
them
to
free-
leave.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
ability. Oh, by the way, I was wrong. I did have to burn a hero point, and I spent it for that. But yeah, no, it specifically gets them all out for free. They just have to be willing
Yeah,
to do
so
it.
we're just scot free.
Okay, then where are you going?
To the daughters of whatever or
Yeah,
whatever.
we can go back to mom's.
Moms.
Probably the
Dorothy
safest
in
place.
agony.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, so you're gonna head back. I'm leaving Andreas there for a second, so you're gonna go back to the convent then. Okay?
Yep.
And what are you gonna do once you arrive?
Knock. See if there's anybody there still.
Yeah. The door opens after a moment. One of the nuns opens the door and sees you and recognizes you, and or you know, she'd either been told or something, so she lets you in.
Alright.
She doesn't say anything. She just lets you in. So you can go from there if you like.
We need to get into hiding as quick as possible.
Would your mother be in danger if they're going to?
Possibly, at some point. They're already in danger. I hate to say it.
Let's get Ace's wounds treated as fast as we can. Mama and Papa, are you alright? Are you well?
They're looking a little shell-shocked.
You shall be safe here.
Are they injured?
No, they're not very injured
Okay.
at
Do
all.
they
I
have-
mean,
if
other
they were
than like
injured,
the
I would
ropes
say-
they had on them, you know.
If they were injured, I would say prioritize taking care of them.
Do they have any marks on them?
Oh, like
You can
blood
look.
marks?
Like, if the church has birthday matrix.
Did they mark you, Mama? Papa?
Your mom nods, and she's pretty sure, and she says, I think so, but you can look.
Right.
I mean,
I'll take Mama and Gianni if you can take Père and we can be thorough.
Very well.
you do find a mark on them, like, you know, on the back or whatever, but once you find them, they're pretty easy to take off once they're found. So, you know, your mom says, Nanette, what is going on?
I will explain everything as soon as we are away from Charus. Is there anyone else left at the house?
Well, the servants mostly, Suzette.
How many guards remain there?
Oh, there were still quite a few.
All right.
And you said Tomas was okay, didn't you, Nene?
He's fine now. He is among friends. He is very far away and very safe.
She like takes your hands and squeezes them a little bit.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, I mean the ropes and everything, but it doesn't look like from your, that there was much else.
I'm sorry you got caught up with this. It was never my intention, and I promise I did not steal whatever they are looking for. And I will make sure that we are avenged for what they have done. But you should stay here. I will go tend to the wounds of my friends, and then we'll see where to go from there.
Your mom says, why did you leave, Nanette?
I'm not quite sure. But I couldn't get married at the time. I don't know. I wasn't ready. Yeah, that was it, probably. Just wasn't ready. I thought I was.
Your mom's just looking at you like, she looks very sad.
It's all right.
She looks very sad. Yeah, Gianni, you can help Nanette's dad. He seems to be pretty much okay. He asks you, how do you know my daughter?
What are your intentions?
The dad is Jason Isaacs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Hot.
Nice.
Oh, your dad is a fox. God damn.
We got our good
Silver
looks
fox.
somewhere.
Damn. Alright.
I am just
Hotter than my dad.
We all have hot ones,
I
guys.
happen to be in town.
Personally, he's hotter than my dad.
Well, right now, Jason Isaacs is trying to listen to Gianni.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Gianni, please.
Just a simple fortune teller, sir.
I see.
And a good friend to your family. I swear to that.
All right. After that's taken care of, what are you three gonna do?
Am I still bleeding to death?
I
didn't do anything. Okay. I didn't know what.
Well, they're taking care of that. Some of the nuns that are still left, and it seems a little quiet. Like there's not. When you were here earlier, you saw like a lot of nuns here.
Sure.
But now it seems a bit quieter.
Well, I assume they're out
and
waiting
all that.
for shit to do.
We need to go
okay,
help
well,
them.
practically, how much do I heal, if I heal anything? Or do I just sit at 3 dramatic wounds?
No, I'd say that, with help, once you stop the bleeding and get everything staunched up, you can take a dramatic wound off. I mean, that would make sense because you're not, like, actively bleeding out or anything at the moment, but you're still, like, way
Okay, so I'm back to where I was when I used the bracer. So I'm still fucking out of my mind. Okay, good. Good to know. Guys, get ready. We're gonna start saying some shit.
Alright, okay. So, y'all are at the, convent and all that. And, Andreas, you're amongst all of these, mooks who are now starting to get up and everything. What are you gonna do?
The mooks are starting to get up, even though we tore them apart. Okay. He was running out to stop the ones that are outside.
Unless you specifically go and spend hero points to kill them, they are not dead. I mean, that's kind of how it works.
Well, I just think he was running out the front door.
Yeah,
so
I was
he
running
would
out the
be
front
away
door
from
to
them.
go after the other, to basically
Oh,
stop
okay.
the ones outside. That was my declared action.
Okay,
And
so
basically
the
go after
mooks
them.
were getting up, and you barreled out the door.
Oh yeah, no,
essentially.
I'm going after the other ones
Okay.
because I want to
All
stop them. I want to stop them from chasing down my friends.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you burst out of the front, which has been blasted by gunpowder and all that and everything. And it doesn't take you to see them come around the corner. Jimenez, and she has some guards with her. Let's see, how many were left? Or like
We counted 5, maybe.
There's
Yeah,
five,
7.
five,
No,
five.
yeah, 7 to 32 is 27 to 32 is 5.
set 5. Yeah. So she has 5 with her, and she catches sight of you. So I assume what's going to be your approach here?
My approach is to charge in and disarm and attack her, but specifically, I am targeting that damn pistol because I'm tired of taking dramatic wounds. She has to do this the slow and painful way.
Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be, so that will be, how are you planning to take out the pistol?
I'm going to slash her hand so that she drops it. I'm doing basically cause enough pain to her hand that she just releases it.
Just
Okay.
cut the hand off, man. Just
I'm not cutting the hand off. That is a very unhero-like thing.
Well, I mean, if you
And
don't,
Gianni wanting to do better is making Andreas wanting to do better.
I'm over here not killing anybody. Someday,
Have you considered starting?
I have many times.
Alright.
So that's my pool. Yay.
I'm going to spend a point, danger point, to give myself 2 extra die.
And you get 2 extra die from me.
Yeah. Anyway,
Alright. Let's see. Ooh. 2, 3. Alright. How many did you get, Andreas? How many races?
6 with 2 left over. Oh, hold on. 6 with 2 left over.
Okay. She has 8. So she's going to go ahead and use one of her actions to signal the brutes to go ahead and start moving around you. And so that brings her down to there. And then she's going to use another to go ahead. Let's see. She's done 2, so this would be 3. And she's going to use another to go ahead and pull out her sword.
Oh, thank God.
hopefully she didn't
Don't-
have time to reload.
Don't say that quite so soon.
Yet. Yeah, not yet.
I have ways to deal with wounds from swords. I do not have ways to deal with wounds from guns.
So, the Davis says, it looks like you're going to be in quite a predicament.
Son
Do
of
you want my help?
Not yet. And he says that through gritted teeth.
Okay. Yeah, so she has that, and she's going to, keep the rest of hers, to see what you're gonna do. She's even gonna say, You're by yourself, Sarmatian. You do better to surrender.
Probably. But I'm pretty bullheaded and have made much worse decisions in my life. And he
Alright.
will... Actually, I need to pull this out. Because now I can start doing much more damage. He will... I need that one. He will bash her in the, basically just clock her right across the jaw with his with the pommel of his mangosh.
Mama
Okay.
said knock you out.
And do 1 wound to her. But reduce
Okay.
but she'll do four fewer wounds to me.
Okay. She's gonna okay, so that was your bash.
Yep.
She's gonna okay. She's gonna go ahead and parry that with one of her actions.
Okay.
With one of her raises. Bring her down to 5.
So she reduces. Okay,
then,
she just countered my 1 wound.
Yeah. And then brings her down to 5, and she's gonna use a 4 to attack you with slash.
Cool. How many wounds does she do? She'll do
4.
Okay, so she does 0. Because my bash prevents that 4 wounds. I will go down, since we're on the same number of raises, she went down to 4 raises, so I will, Bane, and do 1 wound to her. And my next time I do wound to her will be increased by 1. And he goes,
Alright.
Apparently the church doesn't teach you how to handle swords that well.
She narrows her eyes. And she says, I can handle my sword just fine. Alright. So with that, we're gonna go back. What are you guys doing at the convent?
Once we're all bandaged up, what's your call? And then
Well, my family is now safe, but your mother may not be.
I mean, I think she can handle herself. She seems pretty adept.
I'm not going to trade my sets of parents for Gianni's, especially if they are doing this to help us. And we're still, unfortunately, no more informed about the situation than we were when we came in.
I mean, but they're part of the church, right? They don't know that we came here. Let's just leave. I'm not saying that we don't take care of Gianni's mom, but she is part of the church.
is there enough time to get back to that mage that worked for the Comte?
Yeah, he was leaving at dawn.
Yeah, we asked him to stay.
Oh.
That's my recommendation.
It would take us like 20 minutes to get there.
Does the convent have any horses? Because we need to go fast.
How, show of hands, friends, who can ride a horse? Andreas.
Andreas.
I feel like somewhere Andreas says he can ride a horse. Gianni, can you ride a horse?
There's no skill for it, so technically.
Yeah,
There's a ride.
There's a ride skill.
Oh,
And
yes,
you have
actually,
it. You know, I'm real good on a boat. Can you just throw me over the back? I'll just ride on the horse's ass and lead. Thank you. Sounds good.
I say we get my parents to the Porte Mage to get them out of here, and then we do not leave your mother.
I appreciate it.
Let's do
Okay,
that.
let's do this then.
Okay. So you are getting ready to leave then.
Yeah.
Now that you are
Yes.
relatively patched up, and you're gonna go to where the Porte Mage is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, with your parents, or are you
Yes.
gonna leave them at the
Yeah,
convent?
we're gonna send-
or
We're gonna send the parents. Yep.
To Labuka. With the mage.
Okay.
I'm sure then they will get along fabulously with Count Efra.
They're gonna betroth you to him, you know.
I doubt that very much.
They might like Robert. He's handsome.
He is quite handsome. But
I'm just saying.
That's
Let's go.
that's a tomorrow Nanette problem. Let's get them out of here first.
Tomorrow, Nanette's got a lot of shit she's gonna have to deal with, babe.
Oh, it's gonna compound.
Okay.
Let me
So-
help me up on this horse's ass.
So you guys get on these horses, and
I'm assuming my parents, proper Montaigne noble people, know how to ride a horse.
yes, and they
Probably
say,
entitled.
you know, they ask you where we're going. You know, your father says, Nanette, where are we going?
To a friend, away from here.
What about all the staff still at the house?
We're going to get them next.
You
I would
are
never leave them
priority
behind.
number one. Ace suddenly understands Montaigne when she's bleeding out. You're priority number one.
Yes.
Let's go. We're gonna take care of everybody.
You know I care for the staff very much, and we will get them. And the people that were going to help them, and theoretically you escape.
Okay. Yeah, so you can get your parents on the horses, and you go clip-clopping through the streets, trying not
Paul
to...
Revere style.
In the most dazzling gown of brown.
Yeah.
People
That's
are
my
like,
favorite part.
Who the heck
Since
is...
I love it.
And make it back, and the mage, you know, answers the door when you arrive. And so soon, you're finished.
Yep. Sorry to wake you so early. We said you could stay until morning. She has stuff for you.
Are you ready to go back?
We will be traveling back by boat, most likely. But if you can take these two people back, and I don't say where, but I just say back, they would
Your
probably
parents
be
kind of
safe.
look at you. Where, Nanette, where are we going?
You're not going to like that answer, and that's why I'm not telling you. But you will be safe. And Thomas is nearby. I'm sure he will come to see you. They don't think they've left yet.
They look at you a little confused, and Porte Mage is getting ready to open the portal, and in much fashion, you know, starts screaming, and it, you know, with the cold and everything like that, your leg starts to hurt, Nanette, a little bit when the portal opens. And your parents kind of look at you and they say, "What about you? You're coming with us, right?"
I have to get the staff. I will not leave them behind.
Take this with you. There is a man there known as the, what's his name?
Nanette, if you need to go, we can get your servants.
The Count. What's his name?
Oh.
I don't remember the last name.
Oh, Efra?
Bro.
Yes. Take this. He'll know who you are.
Your dad looks like he knows that name somehow, and he's trying to like place it.
Just go. I cannot walk with you now. It will be too dangerous. The porte mage is already very tired, and I have to get everyone else out, especially our friend who was left behind.
Your parents kind of look at you again, and they give you a hug, and they say, we will see you though soon, right?
Very soon. I promise I will find my way back to you and Thomas.
They give you hugs, and the porte mage kind of is like, shall we go, Monsieur, Madame?
Day.
And you watch your parents kind of look back at you as like the portal closes and everything. And you're now alone in the room with Gianni and Ace.
Well, let's go to the farm.
Well, that was successful, kinda. We should probably get Andreas. He looked pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Let's get him first, and then we'll go back to the estate of the Premier. What's left of it.
More horses?
I'm afraid so. Are your guns loaded?
Always.
You're not looking very well. Maybe we should have sent you through the portal as well.
No. I'm sorry I don't look as good as you right now. It'll be okay.
Alright, let's go get Andreas.
Meanwhile, Andreas, okay. I had 4 races. How many did you have still?
Also 4.
4? Alright. Go
I've been
ahead.
keeping pace with your spending.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's Andreas gonna do?
Well, he feigned last time, so... He will bash again, doing 2 wounds this time instead of only 1, but preventing 4.
Alright. Cool. Alright. She is going to,
Oh, and as he does that, he says, Count Evero sends his regards.
she narrows her eyes at you and goes ahead, and she's going to use her third to lunge. Alright, so that gives her 4 wounds, and then she's going to spend the last 3 raises she has. So it's a total of 7.
Woof. I will prevent 4 of them because of the bash, but I'll take the 3 guaranteed.
Okay.
Andreas will. Yeah, I can't prevent. Cool. I'm so glad Bash has a very specific word. He will slash to do 4 wounds to her.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna spend 1 to have the guards take some of that for her. Actually, they're gonna step in and try to help out.
So they take 4. So the guards take 4 wounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know they start to come after you, and then you try to take, they're like, oh crap, there's like duel happening, we're gonna move, and so they start to try, but you turn and like take out, you deal like they're gonna 4. As you were going after her, you take out like some of the guards instead. So at this point, she's going to kind of look up at look up into the distance, kind of gauging time, and she's going to attempt to leave at this point. She has one mook with her, and it's herself. So she's going to back out, attempt to leave. Do you have any actions left?
I have 2. I still have 2 raises left. I can't slash again because I can't do the same thing twice. But I can also lunge.
Okay.
And do 5 wounds to her.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So yeah, you got her good. The other mook is helping her, but they're backing up and getting ready to leave. And she kind of glares at you and she says, "This isn't over." But she looks really wrecked up, like really wrecked up. And she'll just, "This isn't over," and they'll try to take off. But
as I'm assuming her and all of the really beat up guards, since Andreas is basically standing there and he's bloody, he's got his blades are just freaking, like, he is possibly one of the most intimidating things in the world right now because he's just not stopping. And he's and he goes and he pleasantly smiles at her and goes, "Till we meet again."
Take off. You're pretty spent right now.
As soon as they're all gone, he pretty much collapses against the wall, like doing that whole.
And that's where you 3 find him a little while later when you're headed back to the church.
Andreas, get on one of these horses' asses with me. Let's bleed together, my friend.
Are you all right?
He doesn't look all right.
I would be lying if I said yes.
Here, you can have some of my
Can I ride? Probably. And who doesn't have the ride skill?
Just me.
Just me.
I like boats.
Because he'll so if the other 2 are riding on top, he'll just basically climb up behind whoever.
We've got extra horses that you're.
Oh, he'll climb up on one himself, like with.
Did we bring all the horses with us again?
We were gonna need one for Andreas. He knows how to ride.
That's true. I'm the only one who's riding with someone else.
So yeah. So he'll climb up. He'll sheath his blades and climb up onto the 3rd horse and go, "Well, that worked out.
They are safe.
Good.
However, Gianni's mother might not be.
Oh no.
We'll see. It all depends on how successful the raid was.
So we're going to go take a look."
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
You're gonna need somebody to help you, though. Is there somewhere we can take him to get bundled up and not back to the convent?
I'll be fine.
I'll reserve bears at some point.
Yeah. It's mostly stopped. The 2 bullet wounds, I hope.
I mean, there were clean shots too, right?
Mostly.
I mean,
look,
bits of bone are fine. Bones are big.
I'm still in one piece. Let me take the lead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What about me? Maybe it's best if you don't reveal yourself quite yet.
Nobody expects me.
I don't know, Nanette.
That's why you are probably best at getting everyone out, while I create a distraction up front.
But here's the reality. I'm Gianni Messina. But I'm also not Gianni Messina.
Wait. You're not?
Long story.
If you insist, but this is you. What do you want the rest of us to do?
check on his mom?
Yeah. Just follow.
You told him. Okay, so Roxanne's asking. We we told her to go to like some like servant access, right?
Yes, a secret kind of a secretish entrance.
Secretish access. Okay, yes. So it's not like. Okay. Yeah, I think we should just go where we sent her and just see how it goes. Let Gianni scale the walls like he does. I think it'll be okay, but I do think we're to a point now where you don't need to be the figurehead of this expedition, Nanette. The servants will want to see you.
Very well. I'll stay somewhere out of the way, as much as I can.
This dress
Is
gonna attract some
phenomenal,
attention.
isn't it?
You look really, really good in this dress.
It's a good distraction dress. That's why I was saying.
I hate that demon, but he did good.
I can hear you, you know.
Yeah, I know. Fuck off.
All right.
You know,
Everything goes to shit, then I will be the distraction. How about that? I'm on a horse, I can ride it very well, and I know the streets.
You're doing real good as a distraction.
by the way,
Let's go.
Case, you'd make a really good Ushjaya. You've already got the most common set phrase down.
Fuck off?
That's it.
Yes!
Let's go save some more family.
Let's
Have we
go
changed
save... Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank
think.
God.
Alright.
I'm back down to 2 dramatic wounds. Because I only took
Do I
three-
lose-
three.
Do I lose another one?
No, I didn't take a 3rd dramatic wound. I was still in flesh wounds.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
down to 2 now.
Have
Okay.
a handkerchief?
So you're heading back
I'm
to
gonna get these
the estate, right?
Yeah,
All right.
somewhat.
Okay. So as you get closer, go ahead and do. How are you gonna approach?
Maybe we should ditch the horses for a bit. They're kind of loud.
What if most of us are gonna stay in the alley with horses? It'll be good to have a getaway plan. And then Gianni can go ahead and do his thing.
Sounds great. So I'll leave the horses with them and go do some parkour.
Okay.
Hot.
All right. So, finesse or panache, whichever Gianni is feeling at this point, and the athletics, I'm sure.
All right.
You know it's panache. That man's got style oozing out of his eyeballs. That's not a good look.
It's
Got
really
it.
not.
He's just
Mistakes were made.
his, his elan is off the charts, kids.
Sorry, taking a moment. 4 with 1 left over.
4 with 1 left over.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead, and I mean, there's some ground, so I'm assuming Gianni just grabs a trellis or a pillar or whatever and hoists his way up there.
Looking around, seeing what's going on.
Okay. You definitely see some guards in there when you get up to like a balcony. You kind of looking in and peeking in, and you see some guards there.
Do I hear the sounds of conflict or anything?
Nope.
I'm going to see if I can make the way to that servant's entrance.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure my mom's still okay.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna go ahead and find the entrance. Find the servants entrance. Okay, go around and move. So yeah, do finesse and athletics to go ahead and find the servants entrance and get on up in there.
Alright. 2, 3. With one left over.
Okay. All right. You because I was rolling as well. So you pop out from where the servants' quarter or the servants' entrance is, and when you pop out, you see some guards like right there,
Right in front of me?
right in front of you. You could reach out and touch their butts if you wanted to.
That is
That
not
close.
a Gianni move.
But they
It's
realize
to
I'm
gauge
there.
distance. Do that and then blame it on the other guard.
The little butt pinch.
Oh, I wish I thought of that.
I'm not encouraging.
But it would be hilarious.
I
It would be.
wish.
It would be
I
totally
wish.
impish Gianni.
I listen in. At this point, that's the most I can do.
They're not really talking. They were kind of just standing there looking around. But after a little bit, you do hear some noise going on down the hallway. And the guards go towards the noise.
I wait a moment to see what's going on. I'm gonna actually look at the fate. I'm gonna look at the lines.
Okay. You definitely see some fate lines, particularly one of your family lines, kind of going off in the direction of the noise.
Is it pulsing or anything like that?
Not at the moment.
I'm following it.
Okay. You follow it down the hall, and there's a big, large room. Probably guess maybe a couple doors or anything. It looks like, pretty, not like a side bedroom or anything, but it's fairly big doors. And they're kind of just closing shut after the guards going in there.
I listen in.
You hear voices, including your mom's voice.
Does she sound in distress?
She sounds pretty calm.
I'm just standing there waiting to see if I overhear what they're saying.
Okay. So, yeah, you are you looking or just listening or
Mainly listening.
listening? Okay. What you hear is a male voice, and he's saying, "You have some nerve, Angelina, coming here and trying to interfere with our plans." And your mom says, "I'm always going to interfere with your plans, Cardinal."
Oh shit. Jump. Hear all of that.
Congratulations.
You'll play his concertina.
Yes, I am.
You're going to play your concertina?
I'm going to kick in the door with a disarming smile.
Okay.
My concertina.
Huh.
God damn it, Gianni.
Okay. So you burst in with your concertina singing. You see your mom. She's not dressed in a habit. She's dressed in more form-fitting, darker clothes. She seems to be the only one of the sisters. You don't see any of the other nuns or anything in the room. Just your mother. And you do see some guards in the room, and you see sitting in a chair, um, the cardinal is sitting in a chair facing your mother, and they all turn and look at you when you burst into the room.
Pardon me. Someone called for the fortune teller.
You're a fucking heretic, bud.
The cardinal looks to you, looks to your mother, and looks back and forth. And he says, "You are?"
The fortune teller. I'm looking at my mom at this point. Does she look in distress, hurt, anything, tied up?
She doesn't seem hurt, and she's standing there. And she doesn't seem tied up or anything at the moment. She's just kind of standing in the room. But she does have guards around her who are like kind of covering her.
What exactly is going on here?
No one called for a fortune teller.
And yet
I suggest
somehow,
if you want to stay intact to ply your trade, I would turn around and leave.
I'm looking at all these cards and everything, and I'm looking at my mother.
Well, I mean, some are looking at you too, but I mean, you know.
And what of your friend there? I'm looking at her. I'm like looking for any kind of signal or anything.
Okay, what'd you say to her?
What about your friend there? This seems rather inappropriate.
Are you trying to say that like quietly or just in like normal?
Normal tone.
Okay. All right. And you said, I'm just trying to go back to me what you said. You said this does not seem appropriate. What did you say before that?
And what about your friend here?
Okay, indicating your mother.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He looks at you and he says, "A private matter. As I said, I think you should leave."
Does my mom look at me to give me any signals, anything?
She's trying not to look or acknowledge you at all.
Very well. And I turn around. Oh, guys, I really want to screw this all up. I think we've had enough of that this campaign.
It's the finale, babe. Do what you gotta do.
It's your mom.
It's your
is.
mom.
What you gonna do?
I reach into my pocket, pull out my deck of cards, say,
He's gonna gambit, y'all.
how about just one for the road? And I pull out the fool that was changed within the portal,
Oh, shit.
and I rip it in half over my head. Let's hope something
All right.
happens.
All right. As you do, the room starts to go extremely dark. And it starts to feel cold and chilling. And you hear shouts around you. And outside, those of you outside can hear screaming from inside the mansion. And the night starts to grow darker and darker as this black void-like mass almost starts to surround Nanette's house. And with that, we will end season book 1 of By Leaps and Bounties. I hope you all had a wonderful time, and I wish you, for the season, until we meet again, fair winds and following seas.